For EP, climbing walls and handholds is our business, but that's really not why we're here. We're here to enrich people's lives and introduce climbing to the world. We know that once somebody gets an opportunity to go indoors and climb on a climbing wall, that they're going to be hooked and they're going to be a climber for life.
Warm welcome from me, Johnny Bryan, and I welcome you to the Eastern Realm. Welcome to Austria. We are in Imst, one of the jewels in the crown of the climbing calendar. We've been here for many years and hopefully for many more years to come as well. This is the third leg of lead climbing's Alpine Swing. We've been to Chamonix, we've been to Briançon, and now we're still here in the Alps as we finish off here in Imst before the lead climbers take a couple weeks break before the league season continues. It is semi-final time. 26 men and 26 women will take to the wall very shortly for the 8 spots in tomorrow night's final. The temperature here, very warm. Been warm here all day, around 24 degrees centigrade. No rain, however, I say that, however, there are thunderstorms forecast for tomorrow night's final, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. These are the men who have been setting the routes and are looking after everybody here. Looking after everybody here in the here in Imst. Christoph Billon, our technical delegate, Birgi Bist, our jury president, Dejan Miskovic, our IFSC judge, and our route setters, Carlos Brasco, ably assisted by Paul de Wild and Marcin Viselik. So then, as I mentioned, 26 men, 26 women. We have to whip them down to 8 men and 8 women for tomorrow night's final. And this are the ones who qualified from this morning's first round. Start with the men. Marcello Bombardi, the young Italian, goes up 1. Ilan Jonas McRae, who had to wait a very long time to finish his round. This morning, he was the last climber to climb, and he has made it to the final 26th. Matthias Schiestel of Austria. Kai Leitner, great to see Kai Leitner here, the young world youth champion, the 15-year-old from America. Hannes Puhlmann of Sweden, qualifying as well. Max Rudiger of Austria, Erman Primozic, Minoru Nanako, Stefano Gisolfi, winner last season, of course. Ruben Furrenberg of Germany make up the first 10, followed by Bernard Roca. I met his dog earlier today, Sam. So Moki Takata of Japan, Ji-Hwan Park of South Korea, Mikhail Zhernakov, Ramon Julien P. Blanquet, winner in Chamonix, of course. Magnus Midbo, Thomas Johannes, Loic Timmermans, good climbing from him this morning. Stefan Hanssens as well. Francesco Vetterata qualified in 7th place. Sebastian Halenka, who's been in sterling form this summer. Jakob Schubert looking to win on home soil. Ramon de Grange, will it be his time to win that first World Cup at the ripe old age of 32? Adam Ondra, he's there or thereabouts, isn't he? Domen Skofic as well. And Gauthier Super, winner in Briançon, looking to go back-to-back here in Imst. These are the 26 women that will take to the wall very shortly, starting with two Swiss, Katrin Jung and Rebecca Stotz. Evgenia Kesbekova of Ukraine 3, Asha Golo, the young Italian 4, Magdalena Roca, who has been, well, her form has been patchy to say the least in the last few weeks, goes at number 5, Dinara Fakretdinova 6, Delaney Miller 7, Juliette Danodri in 8, Hannah Schubert 9, Claudia Gasolfi 10, siblings galore at the bottom of that page, Ottilia Cassio-Rosen 11, Christine Scrons 12, Matarina Bechera, who did so well in Briançon a few weeks ago at 13, Jenny Lavada, the veteran, 14, Yuka Kobayashi 15, Solon Romain, Katarina Posch, Nikki Van Bergen, who was in good form this morning, Tassia Callan, Orisa Ota, and then 6 names that you'd expect to see at the top of the leaderboard: Jan Kem, Ellen Zheniko, Mina Markovic, Janja Garnbray, Jessie Pills, and Annik Verhoeven. They have been out. The isolation here is not behind the wall for the semi-finals. They have to go right your screen, up a hill to the main climbing gym here in Imst. So they'll bring them down one at a time down the hill to the warm-up area underneath the stage, and they'll come up in around about 2 minutes' time when we get things underway in a beautiful blue sky here in the Alps. Absolutely gorgeous here, has been here all day. Very cold, very windy here when we arrived here yesterday. I seem to have brought the weather with me from St Andrews. It was quite a brisk wind. There was plenty of people with many layers on here yesterday, but it's t-shirts and shorts galore here today. And as I mentioned, thunderstorms could scupper tomorrow night's final. So we shall wait and see what happens tomorrow night. Two routes you can see, they're on the apex of the left of your screen. Left middle of the wall. Yellow route will be the women's semi-final, and the blue route will be the men's semi-final. As I mentioned, 26 have to be whittled down to 8 ahead of tomorrow night's final, where we should have a capacity crowd here in Imst, but still a very reasonable crowd here on this Friday night here in Eastern Austria. So then the first climbers are making their way out onto the wall right now. First climbers, as I mentioned, the women will be on the left, the men on the right-hand side. Marcello Bombardi, the 22-year-old from Italy, and Catherine Chung, the 23-year-old from Switzerland. They'll get this final underway. Catherine, as I mentioned, 23 years of age, the world number 38. The 60th on the 2014 overall. Lead race. Made 2 semi-finals in the past 12 months. One of those was in Kroon, which came in 25th place, and a very respectable 20th in Briançon, so bringing semi-final form here to Imst. And the man on the right of your screen, Marcello Bombardi. The 21-year-old. Just one World Cup so far, and in the last 3 years, in fact. That was here in Imst 12 months ago when he came in 14th place. Hasn't done anything else since. A very respectable showing in the in Gijón, in fact, when he came in 20th place. And I do beg your pardon, he has been to a couple of World Cups this season, but failed to reach a semi-final. This is his first semi-final of 2015. The two routes that both these climbers are tackling right now. 60 moves needed on the men's route, and 56 moves on the women's. Catherine, as I mentioned, at 23 years of age. Those medals you see in the bottom left of your screen, those have been in junior competition. Same with Marcello Bombardi as well. As I mentioned, a couple of qualifying efforts in Chamonix and Briançon. A very respectable 20 for Catherine. And here in Imst, their past record, 2 semi-finals for the Italian, and a European Youth Cup silver medal for Catherine Chung, so obviously likes this part of the world.
kann schon der Sturz bedeuten. Andererseits muss man sich natürlich auch noch genügend Kraft und Konzentration.
One thing that many of the climbing fraternity have been telling me about this part of the world in Imst, it's very circumspect climbing, is the best word to describe it. Everyone will take their time, especially the women. It's a long wall, it's a high wall. If you look at it from the mountains behind, it looks like a cobra coming out of the ground. I know it's an event that they're very proud of in these parts. There'll be a fantastic crowd here tomorrow night, that is for sure. My second time here in Imst. And that is not split screen, by the way, they are literally climbing side by side. They're not at either end of the wall, so our cameramen do have a bit of an easy job here tonight. In places, I should say.
Ein 14. Platz. Das heißt, der kennt die Wand hier, der scheint sie auch zu mögen. Und da hoffen wir mal, dass dieses Jahr noch mehr drin ist.
So Bombardi. Around 25 moves into his climb so far. On the volume, route 28-29, so he's halfway. And Nora trying to set the target for the other 25 to follow. When we get into the late part of the semi-final, we'll be able to tell you who is in and who's not. And any climbers who do come down from the wall after excellent climbs, we'll try and grab them for a little chat as well. Straight after, I'm literally... Well, I'm actually in target distance. If a female athlete tops, they might actually land on top of my commentary desk. I'm that close to the action here today. I might even land on the parasol that's been put up next to us. Many thanks to our organisers to block out the sunshine so I'm going to see my stats on my screen. And that is the end of Catherine Chung's campaign. Around halfway up, around about the 29-30 mark. Still a long way to go in this semi-final. Bombardi, they're still going strong. I spoke too soon. Apologies, Marcello. That's the first commentator's curse I've given to a climber today. Well, no doubt it definitely will not be the last. So the scores as they come in now will also give you as well. So I'll be able to tell you who needs what. And our judges are just inputting the results as I speak. And Marcello Bombardi with a 39 plus. Not a bad start actually from the Italian.
So please welcome our next athletes.
And for Catherine Chung, it was around about the 28 mark. Indeed, it was 28 with a positive move. 28 plus from the Swiss, from one Swiss to another.
Für die Schweiz, bei den Damen, Applaus für Rebecca Stotz.
Rebecca Stotz gets a balanced round of applause from the crowd. And as does the Canadian, Elan Jonas-McRae, who was the last climber to climb in the qualifiers. So I think what was that about 3 hours ago. Elan, the 19-year-old, the one number 22 from Nemo in British Columbia. He's made the semi-final out in Briançon. Had a first World Cup to forget though out in Chamonix when he didn't make the top 50. So some positive results though in the Asia swing last season when he made some top 20 finishes there. I know the Canadian team right behind Elan. See if I can spot them in the crowd. Commander and the team. Indeed I can. She's cheering on her compatriot, Rebecca Stott, in the meantime. 22-year-old, row number 21. A 30 and a 43 plus were her scores in qualifying earlier today. Top 10 finish here in Imst 2 years ago. 16th and 13th last season in 2 World Cups. One of which was here in Imst, which was 16th, and a 13th place finish at the World Championships in Gijón. Just one World Cup this year, that was the 39th place finish in Chamonix to her name. Didn't go to Briançon a couple of weeks ago. It's good to see that World Cup taking place this year, that didn't fall foul to the rain and the thunder of last season.
Sehr schnell, hat schon viel hinter sich gebracht hier. Die derzeit 30. im World Ranking. 13. bei der Weltmeisterschaft in Gijón in Spanien letztes Jahr. Und ein 16. Platz war es letztes Jahr beim Weltcup hier in Imst.
So as I mentioned, you know, it's very much a conservative climb is the way forward here, and this is one of the few venues, in fact, that Jan Kim has never won at. She seems to fall foul of timing out here in Imst. In fact, she did time out in her qualifying as well on one of her routes.
Boulderlastiger klettert.
Both climbers making steady progress here in this first part of this semi-final route. Elan's made it to around the same part when the Italian come off, and Rebecca Stott comes off around about the 27-28 move mark as well. So we could have a match of pairs of scores for the 2 Swiss athletes, Catherine Jung and Rebecca Stott. It was around the same area. Elan, in the meantime, is come off the wall as well. Around about the mid-30s mark, so the routes are having the better of the early starters. There's still a long way to go. We expect to be finishing here around about 9:15, 9:30 here local time. It's just gone, what, 20-7 here local time. So it's going to be a long semi-final this, so wherever you're watching in the world, a very good evening to you. Welcome to Imst, the 3rd Lead World Cup of 2015. There's still plenty to come as well. We're heading to Stavanger in a few weeks' time. I'm very much looking forward to the World Cup that's going to take place there. First time for many of these climbers, and I know plenty of them are looking forward to it too. We'll be there for the World Youth Championships, which take place in Arco this year. And we'll also be in Belgium, in Purs, at the end of September. And plenty of the Austrian team still here in force to cheer on the next male athlete, Matthias Schießer. Evgenia Kaspikova also entering the arena as well. A nice cooling breeze comes across the wall here. Kaspikova, 17 years of age, the one number 68. First semi-final of the season for the Ukrainian. 25th at the World Championships in Gijón last year. 46th place finish in Chamonix, 32nd in Briançon.
Wettkampfkletterer schon im
31 plus and a 42 plus were her scores in qualifying this morning.
Also noch nicht so
She is still
Wettkampf und Weltcup-Erfahrung, ist er ein
26 years of age, one number 74. First semi-final for him in 2 years. 27th in Chamonix, 40th in Briançon, and he climbed with a 35 plus and a 26 en route to this semi-final. As I mentioned earlier, 60 moves is what the men's semi-final route takes right to the top of the wall. Some of the tops earlier today weren't as high actually, they were only about 9-10 metres into the wall. The semi-final ones are right to the roof, to the summit of this impressive complex that they have here in Imst. Not just climbing that they have here, they have sport, more or less every sport is catered for that you can think of. There's football going on. I saw some ice hockey earlier, skateboarding and a go-kart track at the top of the hill here in Imst. Swimming pool complex, crazy golf I saw earlier today, trampolining. It's every sport is more or less covered here. It's an amazing complex that they have here in Austria. And it's one that many town I think would be envious of. Oh, she's still beginning to struggle here on this volume. It's on the 20-21 move mark. Trying to come across that green volume, that's where he needs to go next. He's getting cheered on, roared on here by plenty of Austrian support. He used to make his move. And just a bridge too far for the 26-year-old Austrian. That's the third semi-finalist. Who's come to the floor. So 3 down, 23 to go. But Kaspikova now making steady progress. She approaches on the 27-28 mark. This is where the Swiss become unstuck. Kaspikova getting to around move 30. Now moving left to move 32, and now on this blue volume on the left-hand side before going right. Finding a rest period for her here.
So, wir haben hier natürlich ein absolut faires Publikum in Imst.
Each of the climbers had their 6 minutes observation time before he came on air. Kaspikova to route 34. "56 moves in this female semi-final route. The Ukrainian using up her allotted time here, she's entitled to do. "36, 37 and 38, these are the moves she's taking right now, so this is a good steady climb here by Kaspikova, and she's getting a polite round of applause here from the around 200 strong crowd here in Imst for this semi-final. The sun begins to set behind the Alps. Kaspikova decent record here in Imst. Made the semi-final in 2013 and 2012. Didn't take part here last year. He's the 17-year-old, and as I mentioned, a little bit of a patchy record. 1 gold in youth competition. Now 40 moves in. Now 41. Kazbekova here, trying to make a name for herself. Although the yellow holding a small volume. Still an excellent climb from the teenager. And a massive grin as well from Kazbekova, as she's about 43-44 moves in to that semi-final climb, and 3/4 of the way up she'll be pleased with her efforts here, and maybe a top 20 finish, or possibly something even better. So Kazbekova will just get ready to think that her work here is done. They're not bringing them out here in one at a time. They're bringing them out 2 by 2. Which is good to see, actually. It's the semi-finals have taken just a tiny little bit longer, but at the same time, one climber comes off the wall, another one will have the whole arena to themselves, as it were. So it's not a conveyor belt of talent coming out. We're taking our time here in Imst. We've got all night. Kai Leitner, great to see Kai here. His second senior event for the 15-year-old from Lafayette, USA. Sat next to Kai on a plane back from New Caledonia to Sydney last September after he won the World Youth title. Got chatting to him, and a very nice young gentleman he is too. And his mum, I know who will be watching. Leitner, his first semi-final. Didn't make the semis in Briançon when he came in 40th place. 34 plus and a 31 plus. But as you can see, won the World Youth title in Noumea last year and the first in the Pan American Youth Championships in Mexico City. Star for the future, maybe. Speaking of youth, it is youth all the way here for these two climbers. Ashley Golo, 16 years of age. 25th out in Chamonix, made the semi-finals there. 28th in Briançon, just missing out on that occasion. 3rd at the European Youth Championships as well. 32 plus and a 44 were her scores in qualifying, and as you can see in the caption there, currently 31st in the overall race for 2015. Lombardi still leads the men's competition after 3 climbs, 39 plus, followed by 31 plus from Ilan Johnson McRae, 21 plus from Mateusz Sheetstil, and in the women's competition after 3 climbers, Jana Kazbekova, 44 plus, as I mentioned, and 28 plus from Rebecca Stutz and Catherine June. So still a long way to go. We'll be finishing in darkness here in Imst tonight.
Ja, und dafür, dass das erst der 2. Weltcup ist, für Kai ist, glaube ich, das Halbfinale schon eine super Leistung. Und ja, er hat auch in der Jugend schon gute Erfolge gemacht, ist bei der Jugend-WM in Neukaledonien Zweiter geworden.
Ja, das kannst du ja wahrscheinlich am besten beurteilen. Wie ist denn dieser
So both
Sprung
climbers eating up a
vom
good chunk of their time in this first
in den
part of the route.
Erwachsenenbereich? Wie ist denn dieser Sprung ins kalte Wasser des Weltcups? Ist da, wenn man
Leitner making it to
Jugendbereich viel Erfahrung hat,
17, 18 moves currently.
Oder wie schaut es da
About
aus?
19 so far into his climb, and it's around about the same, in fact, for Ashigolo as well. So they're about a third of the way there, both of the climbers. Eating up around about a third of their time as well.
Und der Stil ist ein bisschen aggressiver und es ist auf jeden Fall gut, wenn man noch in der Jugend ist, einmal die Erfahrung sammeln kann, wie so ein Weltcup bei den Erwachsenen eigentlich ist.
As mentioned, it's been a warm day here in Imst, around 27, 28 degrees Celsius.
Das heißt, die zwei sind
Around what the
Erfahrung sammeln.
low
Wir
80s in
haben
Fahrenheit.
nicht viel zu verlieren, aber viel zu gewinnen. Und da können wir sie dabei anfeuern. Alle!
As Leitner makes it now to on the 20, around 27 moves completed. And this is good stuff from Kyle Leitner. He's beginning to show everybody talent that he has. As he's halfway into this climb. As I mentioned, the future star maybe of not just American climbing, but climbing in general. There was a lot of praise for Leitner in Noumea last year when I was chatting to many of the climbing fraternity there, coaches and fellow athletes. And Ashigolo, a conservative climb from the 16-year-old, but not to be on this occasion. Alan Leitner, around 31 moves in halfway up the route. .39 plus is the lead so far. Okay. Cheers, and music not as loud here tonight, I've noticed as well. Usually the tunes are really pumping in some of these, in some other venues, but more reserved is the music. You can still hear it in the background. It's not pointing towards the climbers. It's a bit of a quiet area around the wall, and Kyle Leitner comes off around about the 37-38 move mark. Pretty pleased with his efforts. As he gets a polite round of applause from the crowd, I think it might put him into second place. I'll just get to wait to confirm that on the computer, and does it indeed? It does. 38 moves for Kyle Leitner. He's in second place behind Marcello Bombardi of Italy, who leads with a 39 plus, but still a long, long way to go. Ashigolo into fourth, 27 plus for the young Italian. 4 down, 22 to go in both the men's and the women's competition. And here comes the fifth climb. Now there's a bit of a surprise here. Magdalena Roca coming out fifth, and Hannes Puman of Sweden also entering the fray. Now Magdalena Roca is winner is the defending champion here in Imst, you can say. Winner here in 2014.
Und bei den Herren für Schweden, Applaus für Hannes
That one
Boman.
World Cup to her name, so many seconds as well last season. But realistically, this season, it's a bit of a mystery where it hasn't been working for Magdalena Roca. 26th in Chamonix, 10th in Briançon. Ninth in Kron at the end of last season. That one World Cup to her name. Hannes Puman, 17-year-old
Ja, und bei der Maki
from Sweden.
gibt es natürlich einiges zu erzählen. Ist derzeit
That's an
fünfte
excellent
im Gesamtranking.
result for the young Swede, who makes it into
Gesamtweltcup als Dritte beendet. Ein super
makes it into this semi-final. Has got a semi-final to his belt though. That was in Chamonix last year when he came in 17th place for the young Swede. Let's chat about Magdalena Roca though. Many were praising her last season for the great season that she did have, but so far in 2015 it's left a lot to be desired.
Ja,
It's
das bringt natürlich eine große
some
Motivation mit.
question
wenn man
about her
weiß,
fitness,
man hat da
but
schon mal einen Weltcup
only
gewonnen.
she knows
Das macht sicher
where
viel
it's
aus.
going to be wrong. It's 5th place in Imst, 1st place here as I mentioned last year, and she also won the European Youth Championships here as well. And Hannes Puman, who's also got an excellent record here in Imst, has won here on 2 occasions as a junior.
Ja, und Hannes Buhmann, auch ein großer, aufstrebender Stern aus dem
Just wanted to also sing in the
Nachwuchsbereich.
praises for
Der
Hannes, who
amtierende Jugendweltmeister.
making steady progress at the start of his climb with the wonderful haircut, the a la Harry Styles 2 years ago. Well, it's only heading in one direction right now. That's straight up this wall. Pardon the pun, and for those who are keeping score, that's my first one today, by the way.
Seine ersten Sporen im Erwachsenenbereich. Letztes Jahr beim Weltcup in Chamonix ein 17. Platz, also auch letztes
All
Jahr
these earlier climbers, you see in some of the future of
Und
climbing.
er ist gierig.
So
Er
Yanni
ist
Gambre, what she
sicher
did in
mehr.
Chamonix was
Und
stunned of that
er
crowd.
hat mit Sicherheit
She got
auch
second
das
place, only to be
Können
beaten by her compatriot Mina Mark, but you'll see Yanni later on. And Dominic Scofitz warned me, she said this girl has got talent in abundance, and everybody saw it that day in Chamonix. She didn't go to Briançon, but you'll see her later tonight. She'll be off around about 9 o'clock here in local time. She's one of the later starters. Many surprised by Magdalena Roca here. She's gone out as the 5th climber in the semi-final, qualified in 22nd place.
Ja, und wie gesagt, Maki Röck
31 plus and a 43 plus.
ein bisschen erfolgsverwöhnt.
3rd
Hat letztes Jahr auch
in
den
Gijon last year at the World
Gruppenmaster
Championships.
in Arco gewonnen.
2nd in Hayang, 2nd in Chamonix, 2nd in Briançon.
Nur von Kim Shain zuschlagen gewesen.
Made every final out in Asia last season as well. Only Kron was the only final she didn't make in 2014, and then this year 26th in Chamonix, 10th in Briançon. There's definitely something not right in the Magdalena Roca game at the moment, but no doubt she wants to silence many critics, me included, and let her climbing do the talking. She's very much her character, not one who enjoys giving interviews. Quite shy in her manner, and very much lets her climbing do the talking for her. Hannes Puman is around 21, 22 moves into his climbing out now, and Magdalena Roca coming off the wall early again. It is a surprise. It's definitely maybe something not right with the young Austrian. Maybe she's carrying an injury the last few weeks, but that is a surprise once more. That is round about the same area that the 2 Swiss athletes came off the wall, right to 28 plus mark, and you can bet your bottom dollar that's not going to be enough to reach tomorrow night's final. And another surprise, and stunned many of the Austrian crowd here, and Magdalena Roca just walks off stage right back into isolation, and realistically you can see her leaving right now. A picture does say 1,000 words. I'll have to find out what is wrong with Magdalena Roca's game right now. It is a surprise. rueful smile as she just goes the wrong way as her bags have been brought up to a little seated area that some VIPs have. And she grabs her rucksack right now, and Hannes Puman coming off the wall as well. Around about the 30, 31 plus mark for the young Swede that we will see plenty of, no doubt, in the months and years to come. Keep your eye on him in the future. He could be a future star as well. So we're 5 climbers down. Around not even a quarter of the way through this semi-final. There's still plenty more talent still to come. Now the European champion of 2013, Dinara Fakridinova. Made 2 finals so far this season, and again another one you alluded to, a little bit surprising that she's out early in this semi-final. And Max Rudiger getting a warm reception here from the Austrian crowd as he gets his campaign underway in this semi-final. Dinara Fakridinova, 7th in Chamonix, as she tried to defend that European title, made the final there, so good defence there from the Russian. 6th in Briançon as well, so made every final so far this season. Last season, though, it was very much a season to forget apart from the early part, where she did make the finals in Hayang and Chamonix, but not that many. In fact, it wasn't even any that followed Chamonix in 2014. Didn't make a final there, just a consistent semi-finalist making top 20s. Max Rudiger, the 21-year-old, 21st here in Imst last year. Never made a final. His best ever finish was going out on the bubble in Belgium, in Purs in 2011. We will be back there as well in the end of September. Looking forward to that one.
Ja, ich glaube, wenn es ihm läuft und wenn weiterhin so entschlossen klettert, dann kann ihm die Route auf jeden Fall liegen. Aber so genau kann man das eigentlich nie sagen.
Was man sagen kann, glaube ich, der
Max Rudiger
auf
really
alle Fälle ein
getting on with
Kämpfer.
business.
Das heißt, der lässt so schnell nicht aus und das ist mit Sicherheit
Mentioned that
ein
21st
Vorteil
here
für jede
last season as
Runde.
well.
Und ich hoffe, diesen Kampf
Dinara
werden wir
is
auch jetzt
Imst's
sehen. Und
not her
natürlich
best stomping
kann man
ground.
ein bisschen anfeuern. Alle Max!
8th place. Made the final 2 years ago, but nothing much since, not even as a youth here. But a consistent top 10 ranked performer. And as I did mention, Magdalena Roca, 27 plus in 4th place.
Ja, die Dinara
She gets her things and
schon sehr
leaves
erfahrene
the stage right now.
im Weltcup.
Try and find out
Im World Ranking.
to see what is up with Magdalena's game right now. It could be just a rut in form, maybe. Or she could be carrying an injury. I'll have to find out from my sources.
Ein 5. Platz letztes Jahr in Chamonix. Ein
To see what is wrong with the young Austrian. But in the meantime, we have a Russian and an Austrian on the wall. And Rudiger really getting on with business here right now. We're on 33, 34 moves in right now. 35, I do beg your pardon.
Er ist auf jeden Fall
And he's wasted no time.
bereit fürs Finale. Und man darf doch gespannt sein, wie weit sie sich raufkämpfen kann.
So, aber jetzt braucht es Applaus, jetzt braucht es Motivation. Bei Max, jetzt drehen wir mal ein bisschen auf. Jetzt brauchen wir Stimmung hier in Imst. Alle Max!
So Rudiger, 38 moves into the climb right now. He's 39 plus is the lead, and that's the Italian Bombard. He went out first. It looks like Max Rudiger really is getting on with business here. Searching for maybe a top 15 finish, or perhaps something even better. 41 moves into the climb right now. Remember, he has to clip in there. Shouldn't forget. Make time for it somewhere. And a little bit of annoyance from Max Rudiger as he comes down off the wall. He thinks he could have done a lot better, but he will have the lead in this semi-final with 20 climbers still to play. Fakret Dinova in the meantime.
Ja, und das mit den Schlingen einhängen kann oft ein bisschen ärgerlich sein, wenn man eigentlich noch genug Kraft hat zum Weiterklettern, aber die Schlinge immer einhängt. Kann es gut sein, dass man auch mal zurückgewartet wird.
Ja, das heißt, du hast vorher schon angesprochen, auch das bei der Besichtigung ein Kriterium. Wo ist der beste Platz, um zu klippen, um die Schlinge einzuhängen? Und das mitunter dann
Fakret Dinova's got past that little drop zone that's caught out the Swiss and Magdalena Roca.
Für ein paar Sekunden muss das Seil
Still the lead.
den Karabiner einhängen.
The lead is still held by the Ukrainian, Kazbekova, 44 plus, and Dinara right now around about the 35-36 move area. So still with plenty of time in hand, and also still plenty of moves still to be made. Oh, I spoke too soon. She'll still be in second place, but that may not be enough. She doesn't look too happy about that as she comes down right in front of me. Body language says that's another climber who feels that's definitely one that's got away. She will be in second place, around about 35, 36 maybe. So, 7th climbers coming out.
Wir kommen zu den nächsten Startern. Bei den Herren ist es aus Slowenien, Urban Primozic.
Urban Primozic.
Und bei den Damen
And the
aus
female
den
athlete
USA,
about to join the party
Miller.
is the American Delaney Miller. Primozic, the 23-year-old Slovenian, made the final in Chamonix 12 months ago, but so close on Homestall in Kron when he came in 9th place there. 21st in Chamonix, 12th in Briançon this season.
Ja, die Delaney war letztes Jahr in Imst schon im Finale und heuer in Briançon auch wieder. Also ist sicher eine Favoritin fürs Finale, vor allem bei den langen Routen da. Sie hat sehr viel Ausdauer.
Miller, the 20-year-old, 7th in Briançon, 10th in Chamonix. So she comes in reasonably good form.
Ihr Blick nach rechts relativ blendend.
In the semi-finals in the World Championships last season in Dijon as well.
In dieser Platte, bei diesen
Imst, the
Auflegern, wie du sagst, mit
number
großer
20,
Griffläche, die wenig hergeben.
23-year-old, I beg
Wie
your
viel
pardon.
kann's da auch ausmachen,
21st in
wenn die
Chamonix,
Sonne
12th
in
in
der Wand
Bruins on the
ist?
season, as I mentioned. And leads the leading team.
Also normalerweise, wenn es einen jetzt nicht total
Roman
blendet,
and his
eigentlich
coaching
nichts
staff.
außer es ist jetzt sehr heiß, dann kann es natürlich schon
Always
sein,
full of
dass
confidence,
die Griffe rutschig
full
und
of buoyancy when they
schwierig
arrive to these events.
werden. Und das Einzige, was halt sein kann, ist, wenn es
Delaney Miller
blendet,
also has a
dass
good
man
record here in Imst when
genau
she
sieht,
come
wo
seventh
man
here last
hin
year.
muss, aber normalerweise
And Primozic,
macht
a
es nicht so Unterschied.
Das heißt, wir
reasonable
hoffen,
semi-finalist
jetzt
here as well.
keine
Not made a final, but
Einschränkung
quite respectable
hier
results in
für
the top
Delaney
20.
Miller. Ja, die ist auch 16. im World Ranking.
Primozic tied in 18th place along with Max Rüdiger, Nudu Nakano, Hannes Puhlmann and Stefano Casolfi. We'll see Nakano and Casolfi shortly. As all five of them climbers reached a 35 plus and a 26 plus in
Ja, da
qualifying.
war sie auch ziemlich unglücklich,
This morning.
weil sie vergessen hat, die zweite Schlinge einhängen. Und das führt natürlich dazu, dass man nicht weiterklettern kann. Sehr schade gewesen.
Ja, und das wird ihr hier in Imst nicht mehr passieren. Dafür wird sie hoffentlich sorgen.
Ja, das sind solche Fehler, die fast jedem einmal passieren. Und wenn man sie einmal gemacht hat, dann wiederholt sich das nicht so schnell wieder, hoffentlich.
So both climbers about a third of the way into this route. Primozic round about the 30 move mark, halfway there of the 60 moves required to reach the top here in the semi-final in Imst. Miller around 24 moves into her climb so far. 42 is the score to beat for the American to set the target.
Ein 15. Platz bei der Europameisterschaft in Chamonix. ...2013 in China ein 5. Platz, das bisher beste Ergebnis im Weltcup.
Primozic around the 35 move mark. The lead in the men's competition is still held by the Italian who went out first, Cello Bombardi. 39 plus.
Ja, nach da schaut es jetzt schon richtig gut aus. Da darf man ruhig ein bisschen
According
anfeuern.
to the official results. Still waiting for the Austrian who climbed a few moments ago for his score to be inputted. Rüdiger. But Primozic here is making excellent progress. He's round about the 40-41 move mark, with that 42. Now has to go left and then back right.
Ja, da ist mehr drin, Imst. Da können wir uns ein bisschen
Finds a
was
rest period as well.
rausholen. Ale, come on!
Primozic all of a sudden getting towards the tail end here of this climb. Well into the 50 range. Now around about 50s. That's going to be a good target, in fact. And that could be there or thereabouts come the end of the day. That might be enough for around about a top 15 finish. You'd say at least a top 15 finish, but I'm guessing that could be top 10 or maybe something even better. Delaney Miller all of a sudden is also making excellent progress, and I believe she has the lead now. Round about 45 moves, that was. So I think the American will also lead in the semi-final. Two good climbs from Delaney Miller and Urban Primozic. So then climb at 8 for both the men's and women's semi-final. Minoru Nakano and Julia Gianandri of France and Nakano of Japan.
Die saugen einen aus und mal schauen, was uns unsere nächsten Halbfinalisten hier bieten können. Bei den Herren für Japan, Minoru Nakano. Und bei den Damen aus Frankreich, Julia Gianandri.
So Gianandri and Nakano getting their semi-final start underway. And indeed, Urban Primozic does lead this men's semi-final. 50 was his score. Max Rudiger's score also been added to the scoring system with 42 is what his score is. In second place in the women's competition after 6 climbers. Scores have been added. Delaney Miller does lead with 45. Evgenia Kespikova 44 plus. Still yet to receive a score for Dinara Fakhretdinova into the system yet. Still waiting on that. When that comes to you, shall give it to you. But Delaney Miller leads 45. Kespikova 44 plus. Rebecca Stott's 28 plus up to the top 3 in the women's competition. And the top 3 in the men's competition. Urban Primozic 50. 42 for Max Rudiger. Marcello Bombardi 39 plus. These are the two on the wall right now. A 19-year-old youngster and a 30-year-old veteran. Minoru Nakano. Second in Briançon. He made stunning work there in France a couple of weeks ago. Comes here in impeccable form. Gianandri. 2 semi-finals for the French athletes so far this season. 22nd in Chamonix. 16th in Briançon as well. Nakano, 10th in Inzai, and then 23rd Chamonix, 44th in Briançon last season. So something has clicked for the 31-year-old Japanese athlete. We'll see how he tackles this route here. Gianandri. The 19-year-old, consistent semi-finalist. 22nd Chamonix, 15th Briançon, 12th in Imst last year. His best ever performance, in fact, in climbing competitions at senior level. 19th in Cron, 22nd in Chamonix this year, 16th in Briançon this year as well. She came here with a 31 plus and a 46 in qualifying this morning. She gets around this volume. It's part of the wall that the Swiss athletes come unstuck, as well as Magdalena Roker as well. But she's 31 moves into the route right now and looking fairly comfortable. Nakano, 27 moves in. As I mentioned, something must have definitely clicked for the Japanese athlete. That's a second place in Briançon, his best ever finish in an IFSC event. As I mentioned as well, there's two different isolations here in Imst. One is around about, I would say, 170, 180 yards away from where we are. That's where all the climbers are being held right now. That's the main climbing gym here in Imst. And the second one is underneath the climbing wall. There's a level underneath the climbing wall. There's a little warm-up area as well. So I keep seeing cars going up and down the hill. The athletes being shuttled down 2 by 2. Head into the arc, as it were, underneath the wall. So they don't get to walk down and have a little peek of this semi-final routes. They had their 6 minutes that they had before the semi-final, as the car head backs up the hill to pick up the next tip. Now then, the Japanese athlete, the veteran you could say now, 30 or so years of age, and he's round about that move on his climb as well. Janadri going well. 39, 40 also moves in. 56 is the target to find the top here. And Delaney Miller's 45 is what she's chasing to set the lead in this semi-final. This is where the part where Miller got unstuck. Both climbers more or less equidistant to where they are right now. Janadri will be in the 40 or so area. Yeah, we're around about 42, 43 for Janadri. I'll get that score when it comes in. Nakano is around about the 40 or so mark as well. .50 is what he's chasing.
So, jetzt geht's. Jetzt feiern wir nochmal an. Jumper, Jumper wieder hoch.
Plenty of support here for Japan's Minoru Nakano. Around the high 40s. Borderline if it will be enough, but it will give him second place at the moment. Around about the 45 move mark, I think that he came off the wall, so could be borderline if he's going to make another final. We shall see. Still good effort all the same. See a good crowd here in Imst as the sun goes right behind the mountains and the temperature just drops a few degrees all of a sudden. That just happened in Chamonix a couple of weeks ago. It was on 32 degrees 1 minute and then the temperature drops about 10, 12 degrees in a matter of seconds, as it were. Now a nice cooling wind comes across the comes into the valley. Now Hannah Schubert, a double world youth champion, came out with a grin the size of the Cheshire Cat. And a former World Cup winner, Stefano Ghisolfi. Stefano winning out in Wujiang last season. And also a viral hit in the online community from what he did in the on the game show Ninja Warrior. And plenty of millions of views for that one. I do beg your pardon, Minoru Nakano wasn't a 45 at all, it was 52 plus the Japanese athlete got, and he takes the lead in this final. So another final could beckon for the Japanese athlete, who's in the form of his life right now. So that's now the target for Gisolfi to chase, 52 plus for Stefano. 22-year-old from Torino. Couple of finals this season, 6th in Briançon, 7th out in Chamonix. Winner in Wujiang last season. Made a number of finals as well. Has made 7 finals in the last 18 months. And Hannah Schubert, the 17-year-old, double world youth champion, as I mentioned. 24th here in Imst last season. Hasn't showed it at the European Youth Championships though, on the Youth Cups when it's coming to Imst. Not brought home the gold and tried to ride the wave of support that she would get from not just the German team here, but the Austrian team, I do beg your pardon, but the fellow countrymen as well.
Letztes Jahr hat bereits einen Blätter-Weltcup gewonnen, und zwar letztes Jahr in China. Dieses Jahr ein 6. Platz in Briançon, ein 7. Platz in Chamonix. Das heißt, der weiß schon, wie es geht. Der weiß, wie es ist, wenn man ganz oben steht, und das will er mit Sicherheit auch dieses Jahr hier in Imst wieder spüren.
Anna winning the World Youth title at New Maya last year.
Ja, und wir wollen gute Leistung und wir wollen Top, und die müssen wir uns erkaufen, indem wir
Was there for that one? Very enjoyable it was too. Now Gisolfi, let's see how he's tackling this semi-final route. He's about halfway there right now, around 29 moves in. 52 plus is the target, so he still has a lot of work to be done. Schubert around about the 23 move mark currently. So not over halfway yet for the young 17-year-old, who I know would love to get into a final here in Imst and show the whole climbing community what talent that she has. So Gisolfi finding a rest period, and now looks to tackle into the second half of the route. He's around 32 moves in. Schubert around about the 28 move mark. This is where the two Swiss athletes become unstuck, and Magdalena Roken as well. For those of you just joining us, who's had not another great semi-final, to be fair. This hasn't been happening for the Austrian athlete, who was collecting medals like they were going out of fashion last season. Both climbers having a good rest here. And now Plenty of support coming from the Austrian team. And also the Austrian fans here. Schubert around about 33, 34 moves in, and match that by Stefano Gasolfi. So patient climbing here from both the Austrian and the Italian. Usually allotted time here. That's sage advice that's been given here by plenty of people who have climbed here in the past. Schubert beginning to struggle a little. As Gasolfi goes into the roof section. We're around about the 41, 42 move mark, with that 43, 44. So Gasolfi getting into third place. Hannah Schubert just coming off the wall, around about 39, 40 moves in. So an excellent effort from the young Austrian. It's Gasolfi round around the high 40s mark now. Now around about 47. Around the 47 mark. Now then, do you know what? I thought I was right the first time. Minoru Nakano's score has been revised from 52 plus down to 46 plus. Which, in all fairness, with my hunch, I said he was around about the 45 mark when he came off the wall. So obviously somebody inputted the wrong score, but it's been revised from 52 plus to 46 plus. So Erman Primozic still has the lead in this semi-final. Gasolfi in second, 47 plus for the Italian. He moves into second place. And Hannah Schubert into fourth, 39 plus. Dinara Fakhrudinova's score has been inputted, it's 34. She currently resides in fifth. The scores in the women's semi-final currently 45 plus. Julia Janodri, she leads. Delaney Miller, 45 in second. Evgenia Kazbekova, 44 plus in third. That's the top three. 9 climbers down. This is the 10th pair of climbers coming out. First is the Italian. I've just seen one Gasolfi. Here's another one, Claudia Gasolfi, the 19-year-old from Torino. And Ruben Ferdinandberg. Claudia Gasolfi, 19 years of age, made the semi-finals in Briançon when she came in 25th place. 9th in the European Youths in Edinburgh at that fantastic facility they have in Scotland. Ruben Ferdinandberg, 18 years of age. For Ruben. Failed to make a semi-final. His best ever finish was 33rd back in 2013. 34 and a 33 plus en route to the semi-final. Wherever happens, it's going to be his best ever finish in a climbing event. Question is, how far is he going to go? Medals won at junior level. No doubt we'll look to try and win one at senior level in the future, but on this level, all about experience. Has won a European Youth Cup here in Imst in the past, so obviously likes the wall and likes the facilities here in Eastern Austria. A long way to go for not just both these climbers, but this semi-final as well. As I mentioned, when we first started, it was around 25, 26 degrees Celsius and incredibly warm. Now the temperature has just dropped dramatically. It's around about mid-teens with the cooling wind. So you saw Claudia take off a couple of jackets before she came out. And Ruben Ferdinberg, we're disappointed with an effort. I think there was a little bit of a slip there from the young German. And he's not very happy with that effort. So he slaps his thigh in disgust. But put it behind you and come back stronger next time. Gisolfi. Around the early 20s and the moves so far into a climb. Around about the 21, 22 area. Three moves in, now starts to move to her left-hand side. Patient climbing from the 19-year-old from Turin. Around this volume, she's trying to just taking a step back. A little bit of hesitancy there, but just making sure she's comfortable before she tackles the next move in. Around halfway now into the semi-final route. Delaney Miller 45, Juliet Janadri 45 plus. That's the target currently. We still have plenty of talent in abundance still to come as well. .33 moves in now for the Italian. Begin to get a little bit pumped. Lactic acid begin to build in those arms. Long rest here for Gisolfi. Obviously must feel comfortable with it. Taking plenty of time here. Now Strasser gets to around the 35, 36 move mark. And now begins to make her move. Different approach, but it seems to work. Warmly received by the crowd, that one was. So around 40 moves now for Claudia Gisolfi. Very conservative climb from the 19-year-old Italian. It seems to work. 41 moves in. 45 plus is the target, but it's this roof section that she's in now that's caught one or two climbers unstuck earlier. But Gasolfi is making good progress. Now here's a difficult move coming up. It's where Miller and Janadri both fell, and Gasolfi follows them. But still a good climb from the Italian. Around 45 plus. It could be for Claudia Gasolfi, and she will be in the top 3. But will she be leading? Just waiting for it to be inputted by our judges, who are literally to my right-hand side. There we are on the bottom left of your screen. I'm hidden behind a red umbrella that shielded me from the sun earlier, but now it's gone behind the mountain. Not needed as Gasolfi lands back on their jackets that she just took off before she climbed, and looks pretty pleased. Looks maybe thinking she may have figured out another way to do that section, but still a good effort all the same. But only 3rd place though for the Italian. 44 plus was her score, matched by Evgenia Kazbekova. But Gasolfi's better score puts it into 3rd place. So then the next pair of climbers to come out will be Bernhard Roka and Ottia Katja Rosen of Sweden. Just very patiently waiting for both these climbers to come out. Our volunteers team, our guys who have given up their free time to help out in this World Cup, and we do appreciate delivering their services to us. As well as our judging team here as well, and all the organisers. Put a lot of effort here in Imst. Fantastic facility here in Austria. One at a time. Should be proud of, and no doubt is proud of. Here's the 11th pair. Bernhard Roka on your right, and on your left is the Swede. Ottia Katja Rosen. Bernhard Roka. Walking his dog earlier today during qualifiers. Got to meet him. A nice white golden retriever called Sam. Bernhard Roka, the 18-year-old, former world junior champion, and his second semi-final in league climbing. 25th in Kron last season was his best performance. A 34 and a 33 plus in qualifying. Ottia Rosen, the 18-year-old, 32 plus and 44 were her scores in qualifying, and was 34th place that she came in Briançon a few weeks ago. Both climbers waste Very little time in this early part of the route. Still the scores to beat. Julia Donadri's 45 plus puts her in first place in the women's competition, and in the men's competition, Urban Primozic is 50. After 10 climbers. All the results, of course, are online. Go to www.ifsc-climbing.org so you can find your favourites to see when they're going out. Or even early today, see how well they did in qualifying, how close they come to semi-finals. Of course, all the results from past World Cups, which is this year, but in the past are also online as well. Tuck in.
Ja, und hier beim Weltcup ja auch schon im Halbfinale eine Isolationszone. Das heißt, die übrigen Starter und Starterinnen, die verharren irgendwo hinten im Keller, abgeschottet. Und Julie, du kennst es ja auch schon von deinen Bewerben. Was macht so eine Isolationszone? Was heißt es, wenn man da zum Teil ja Stunden wartet? Man hört draußen den Jubel, man hört das Schreien. Man kann irgendwie nur erahnen, was da passiert. Was macht es mit einem?
Ja, also da in Imst ist es ja zuerst...
Well, the Swedes taking a little bit of a different approach around that volume, but it seems to work.
Oben in der Kletterhalle ist...
Just got to find a footing though. Good flexibility from the 18-year-old Swede. Front of the early starters, that was a bit of a drop zone for them. Not for the Swede. Artilian, Bernhard Roque. It looks like he's going to be heading back to Sam tonight. And I doubt he'll be making tomorrow night's final. I feel that's not going to be anywhere near enough. But more experience for the 18-year-old climber. More senior experience, which is great to see. We've seen a lot of young junior climbers qualifying here in for semi-finals. Bernhard Roque a little bit disappointed, but he shouldn't be. There's more experience under the belt. And I did an interview earlier today with Jakob Schubert, and he asked him how does he handle pressure, especially on home soil, and he says it comes with experience. And the Swede. I'll see that Katja Rosen. Around about the 38, 39, 40 move mark now. This is where a lot of climbers are getting to here in this middle part of the semi-final, but you feel it needs to be high 40s, low 50s. If you can see yourself in the final. And Kasia Rosen just finding a rest period here as she heads to the start of this roof section. Now then, can she make the move that others have failed to do so far? Oh yes she can. Oh yes she can, now then. Attilia Katja Rosen. Comes unstuck, unlucky. But that'll be around about the 45 mark, and she may. The positive move, did she get the positive move? That's what the judges will be looking at right now. Waiting for it to be inputted into the computer. Could be around, it is around that 44, 45 mark. I think it will be in the 45s. And it is, you know, it's 45 plus. She has the lead. Does the 18-year-old Swede in this semi-final. 15 climbers still to go out, but altogether Katsia Rosen leads 45 plus. As we wait for the 12th pair to come out, which will be Tomoaki Takata of Japan and Christine Scrons of Austria. Here comes the Japanese athlete now. A polite bow to the crowd. And here's Christine Scrons right now. Chrissy Scrons enters the stage. .45 plus is the target for her to beat. That's the Japanese athlete on your screen. Tomoaki Takata, 20 years of age, award number 69, and this is his first semi-final. 27th in Chamonix, 29th in Briançon for the 20-year-old. Christine Scrons, 26 years of age, made the final out in Mokpo last season in the wind and rain on that Sunday afternoon in South Korea, where Jakob Schubert, I seem to recall, went out first in that final and won, and then the wind and the rain started howling down, and everybody else fell foul to the weather.
Christine Scrons, auch schon ein Routinier im Kletterweltcup. 10. derzeit im World Ranking, 15. war sie gesamt letztes Jahr. Ein zweiter Platz beim Rockmaster in Arco 2012. Dieses Jahr bei der Europameisterschaft in Chamonix bereits ein 7. Platz.
So then Takata. See how well he can do here in the early part. 23 moves in so far. A lot of people mentioned it was a long semi-final here in Imst. We're not even halfway through and we've already been playing for what, nearly an hour and a half. I think we'll know who our finalists will be around about 9:45 here local time. They're not bringing them out one by one. When somebody comes off the wall, the next athlete comes out. They're bringing them out in pairs, which is good to see actually, because you get to see the action on both of your screens. You don't see one at the bottom of the wall and the other one's always halfway near the top, so you're getting to see the best of both the routes here. As Takata gets to the 30-31 move mark, he's halfway into his climb, and as is Christine Scrons, 30. 45 is the target for the Austrian. 45 plus, I should say, or 46 moves. We'll get to give her the lead, and that's our other isolation area. That's right behind the wall, that is. That's where our next two climbers are waiting patiently. They'll be dropped off by a car and then asked to go up a flight of stairs. A little warm-up area down the stairs though, so that's where the next pair of climbers after them will be waiting. So they can have a little bit of a warm-up, and Takata goes. 33, 34 moves into the climb.
Jetzt wollte ich gerade über ihn anfangen, aber so schnell kann es leider gehen. Ein kurzer Moment.
A little bit of annoyance there from the Japanese climber.
Das wird sofort beinhart bestraft.
Christy Scrons, 26 years of age.
So, das heißt, wir können uns ganz auf Christy Schrans
Seventh
konzentrieren.
in mock pose, I mentioned. 5th in Briançon is her best ever finish. That was 3 years ago. There's a big lump of chalk from her bag. Lands right in the middle of the arena floor, around 4 feet in front of me. And another one as well. Imst hasn't been a happy hunting ground though for the Austrian. 17th, 18th in the past. But now on the move.
So, jetzt kann sie natürlich Unterstützung gebrauchen. Jetzt muss sie das
18th here last season, as you saw in the caption, for the world number 16. Cheered on by this partisan crowd. Want to see one of their home athletes do well. And now into the roof section. 40 moves, 41. It's 45 plus that she's chasing. The young Swede. Ottilia Rosen is the one who sits on top of the leaderboard right now. Christine Scrons, if she betters that, it's a fair shout. It might sneak into the final with still a number of climbers still to come, but it's in with the sniff. Now then, Christine. This is the move. Cheered on, yes, there you go. Now then, how far can you go? There's your leader. There's your leader of this semi-final. And now, trying to lay the marker down for the rest to follow. It still will be good enough, around about 48 maybe. Good work by Christine Scrons. Here's where we are as we approach halfway through this semi-final. Urban Primozic leads with a 50. Stefano Gasolfi second place, 47 plus. Minoru Nakano, 46 plus. You'd feel them three are the only ones who've got a sniff, if anything, of getting through to the final. Max Rudiger, 42. Marcello Bombardi went up first, 39 plus. Kyle Leitner will no doubt take experience and more back to the United States with him, with a 38, as he looks forward to Arco next month for the World Youth Championships. Tomoaki Takata, 35 plus. Inan Jonas McRae, 31 plus. Hannes Puman, the young Swede, 29 plus. Bernhard Roca at 29. It's at the top 10. Top 10 in the women's competition. Ottilia Katja Rosen, 45 plus. This hasn't been added, by the way, from Christine Scrons' score, which as soon as that is inputted into the computer, I'll tell you now. It is 48 plus, so she's now in first. Ottilia Katja Rosen second, 45 plus. Juliet Danodry, 45 plus in third. Denali Miller, 45 in fourth. Claudia Gasolfi, 44 plus in fifth. Evgenia Kazbekova, 44 plus in sixth. Hannah Schubert, 39 plus in seventh. Donata Fakritanova will not make this final with a 34. Rebecca Stott, 28 plus. Katrina Jung, 28 plus. And Magdalena Roca, where is it going wrong for the young Austrian climber? 27 plus in 10th place. She's not going to even make the top 20, you feel. Mathalid Bachera, next climber coming out. Along with Ji-Wan Park, we may have a route clean after these two climbers. as we will be at the halfway point. Bechera, the 23-year-old French athlete who made the finals in Briançon, and it was their best ever finish, in fact, which had come in 4th place, just short of the medals. 16th out in Chamonix, a 32 and a 46 plus en route to this semi-final. Didn't take part in the Asia Tour or the World Championships, in fact, last season. It was 11th in Imst 12 months ago. The South Korean, Ji-won Park, 26 years of age, the one number 21. Yet to make a final on the World Cup circuit. 7th in the Asia Championships in 2013 is his best ever performance for the world number 24 ranked this season. 20th in Chamonix, 27th in Briançon, as I mentioned. Made the semi-finals in the World Championships in Gijon and made a top 20 finish out in Mokpo as well. Both these climbers chasing a 50. Ji-won Park chasing 50 from Urban Primožič, and Bechera a 48 plus now. Christine Scrons is the leader as we approach halfway. But a long old session, this one, of this semi-final. We're already 1 hour 35 minutes into it, and we're not even at the halfway mark.
Mit dem sie mittlerweile trainiert und damit dann dieses Jahr gleich zum ersten Mal ins Finale geklettert ist in Briançon, dann eben mit dem 4. Platz abgeschlossen hat. Lebt gemeinsam mit Sean McCall in Chambéry in Frankreich und hat neben dem Klettern einen Master in Ingenieurswesen abgeschlossen, arbeitet auch Teilzeit in diesem Bereich. So, natürlich, wir haben das Ganze jetzt schon ein paar Mal gesehen. Für die Kletterer in der Wand ist es trotzdem das erste Mal. Das heißt, die darf man auch anfeuern. Die darf man ein bisschen motivieren. Schultersturz hier von Jiwan Park. Und da hatten wir genau das Problem, das wir vorhin besprochen haben. Mitunter klettert man in Stellen, bei denen man nicht mehr einhängen kann.
Ja, das Gleiche ist ja auch mit Max passiert. Ist immer schade, wenn man eigentlich nur weiterkommen würde. Aber es nur wegen dem Einhängen nicht mehr geht.
Ja, aber noch in der Wand. Mathilde Beckerer und die schaut noch gut aus. Die kann man ruhig ein bisschen pushen, die kann man ein bisschen anfeuern. Alle Mathilde. So, Imst, da ist noch was zu holen. Da kann man ein bisschen motivieren. Alle Mathilde. Schade. Trotzdem Applaus für Mathilde Beckerer. Ja, und damit auch die Gastronomie ein bisschen was von diesem Halbfinale hat, gibt es eine kurze Pause. Die nutzen wir dazu, um die Griffe wieder auf Vordermann zu bringen. Das heißt, wir wird einmal drüber geputzt. We have a short break for cleaning the roots. So, we'll continue with the semifinals in a few minutes. In ein paar Minuten geht's weiter mit dem Halbfinale hier in Imst.
Yes. So then, 13 men, 13 women have been and gone. We've still got big names still to come. Let's give you an update though of where we stand in this semi-final as the routes are being cleaned by our route setters. Urban Primozic of Slovenia leads with a 50. Stefano Gasolfi, the former World Cup winner, with a 47 plus. Minoru Nakano with a 46 plus. Max Rudiger, 42 of Austria. Marcello Bombardi, 39 plus. Kai Leitner in 6th place, the young 15-year-old, with a 38. Tomoaki Takata, 35 plus from the Japanese athlete. Elan Jonas McRae, 31 plus. Hannes Puman, the young Swede, 29 plus. Bernhard Roca with a 29 as well. Ruben Fernenberg with a 28 plus. Matthias Schiestel with a 21 plus. One name missing off that one. It hasn't been updated into our system yet. And that will be the name of the guy. Still hasn't been, in fact, updated on the computer either. So we'll come back to that one shortly. Let's go into the women's competition. This one should have been updated, and it has been. Christine Skrons, 48 plus leads. Ottilia Katja Rosens of Sweden, 2nd place, 45 plus. Juliette Zianodri of France, 45 plus as well. Delaney Miller with a 45. Matlida Becerra, 44 plus. Matched by Claudia Gasolfi and Evgenia Kazbekova. You feel Christine Skrons is the one who may have a sniff of getting into the final here, especially with the climbers still to come. 45 plus, Antolia Katsi-Rosen, maybe. It's a maybe. Hannah Schubert, 39 plus. Dinara Fakintanova, the former European champion, whose form seems to come as a roller coaster ride. It's either brilliant or not so at the moment. And it's not been one of them days for her either. 34 for the Russian. Rebecca Stotts with a 28 plus in 10th place. Catherine Chung, 28 plus, and then look at that one, Magdalena Roca. Where is it going wrong for the Austrian? 27 plus in 12th. Asia Golo, 27 plus in 13th, makes up that leaderboard. 13 climbers still to come, as I mentioned, in both the men's and women's routes. As you can see, our route setters on the wall right now, giving the routes a good clean. I'm doing a bit of DIY. And I'm seeing who's around here at the moment to see if we can grab very quickly to have a chat. It's a lot. It might take about 5 minutes to get to me if I do grab somebody while we're having a bit of a route clean here. It's usually when we have these route cleans, it's usually one route being done, and then we have some action. But as they're saying about both climbers in pairs, this was always going to happen. So the veteran Jenny Lavada comes out next, and Mikhail Chernikov of Russia as well. Well, actually, two veterans, you could say, both of them in their 30s. There they are, just being put into the isolation, the second or third part of isolation, you could say, as the car goes back up the hill to pick up the next pair of climbers who will come out of isolation at the top of the wall, top of the hill, I should say. So they're going to be another 2-3 minutes before they come out. And as I mentioned here, absolutely gorgeous skies here in Imst, and this is the third World Cup, but there's still plenty more to come as well. Over the next few weeks and months, we head to Stavanger in Norway for the next Lead World Cup. That will be in about 3 weeks' time. And here they are indeed in all their glory. Saturday the 15th of August, the final Bouldering World Cup of 2015, and there's plenty of tale to be said in that one. By the way, for those of you who haven't heard the news, Julianne Verm, the current world champion, the current European champion, the current German champion, is now retired from bouldering. A sensational story to come out the last couple of weeks. I know Eula will be in Munich, and I hope to have a chat with her about the decision for her to go back to medical school, concentrate on her medicine, and I always called her the good doctor, and she wants to become that good doctor. She's no longer a climber, she's taken her studies really seriously, and we'll hopefully see her in Munich. Then we go to Stavanger in Norway a week later. Very much looking forward to that one. Then the World Youth Championships in Arco. Over 2 sessions, that one, over 2 weekends. The last weekend in August, where the bouldering finals will take place, and then the following weekend after, I'll be there to cover the lead finals and speed finals of that World Youth Championships in Arco in Italy. A very friendly place indeed, that is as well. And then the end of September, we are in Purs in Belgium for the IFSC Climbing World Cup there. First time it's been back there for a couple of years. I was there in 2012. Very friendly, very hospitable crew that they have there in Belgium. And we're all looking forward to that one at the end of September. That's all the ones I shall be covering, all of those for your entertainment over the next few months. And then we'll be in Wujiang in October, and followed by Kron in November. All those events still to come on ifsc-climbing.org. As our route setters come to the floor, they've done their work, they've cleaned the routes, and now we can resume this semi-final. A good job they have done too. Just our belay is just collecting the rope from our route setters, so they're just send it back into the basket, make sure there's no knots in the rope. So they're just reeling this rope in right in front of me right now, as I feel our judges have just disappeared for a few moments. They've gone to a little bit of a refreshment shed, I think is the best way to describe it, just right of the wall. They've just had a cup of tea and a cup of coffee and a croissant, and they look very refreshed, our judges there. They munch on the croissants. A rueful smile crosses their faces as they look at me. As I said, we're just waiting for the two belays, you can say, just put the rope in that basket, and then we can resume this semi-final. Still a good crowd here in Imst for this semi-final this Friday night. Just to remind you, the top 8 in both the men's and women's final will come back here to do battle tomorrow night. It's a long day from today with qualifiers this morning and semi-finals in the evening. Some climbers prefer that. Others prefer a semi-final morning, final evening. But the final starts tomorrow night at 19:30 here, Central European time, here in Austria, which is what, 1:30 on the east coast of the United States, off the top of my head. 2:30 British summer time. No doubt be watching all around the world, wherever you may be, in Australia or in Asia, watching this not just live but on the replays as well. Wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, as Jim Carrey said in The Truman Show. Dignitaries galore as our 14th pair of climbers just come out into the arena. Mikhail Chernikov looking serious, and Jenny Levada, the veteran. 144 appearances for Jenny in climbing competitions prior to this season. I think she's been to Chamonix and Briançon, so she's now on a snooker player's maximum of 147 for the 31-year-old Italian.
Entgegen den meisten der letzten Starter, Starterinnen haben wir hier zwei erfahrene Routiniers.
So both climbers underway. The target's 50 for the men. Urban Primozic is 50. Jenny Levada searching for 48 plus Christine Scones. Jenny hasn't been in very few finals in her career, but a consistent semi-finalist. Only missed out on one semi-final in the last 18 months. That was 35th in Chamonix. That was last month, in fact. A few weeks ago, I should say. 21st in Briançon. Didn't go out to Asia. Pretty consistent top 20s, though, in the early part last season in Chamonix. 10th here in Imst last season. And 5th is a best ever finish in 2009 here as well in World Cups in recent years. So a nice little happy stomping ground that Jenny enjoys some good form here in the past. Chernikov, 30 years of age now. Another one who's a consistent semi-finalist. 16th in Chamonix, 18th out in Briançon as well. Came here to Imst last year when he came in 18th place, in fact, for the 30-year-old Russian.
Kommt ja, soweit ich es weiß, eigentlich aus dem Eisklettern. Generell eine Allrounderin. Bouldern und Vorstieg. Macht bei beidem mit und sie kann auch beides richtig gut. 9. Platz beim Rockmaster in Arco. Und ein 10. Platz beim Weltcup letztes Jahr in Imst.
Fans young and old here in Imst on this Friday night, supporting all the 52 climbers taken to the wall here in this semi-final. Chernikov is halfway up the route, and Levada, around 24, moves into her campaign. Chernikov on a 32 move mark. 16 moves is to get to the top in the men's semi-final route, 56 in the women's. Now Levada has to negotiate this first danger area. Oh, Chernikov nearly went, but Levada did. And well, both climbers coming off the wall at more or less the same time there. And I think both of them will be disappointed with their efforts. Now then, look who waits in the darkness. A double world champion, no less. Ramon Julio Pibronque and Yuka Kobayashi, who's having a beautiful sunset in her career at the moment. Who went away for a while and then came back. Consistent finalist who's made a world final on a number of occasions, including last season in Gijon. Ramon, double world champion and now a 3-time European champion as well. As part of my commitments here, I have to do an interview with the champion, and as Ramon doesn't speak much English, I was quite grateful to Adam Ondra, who speaks fluent Spanish, as one of his many, many talents, who was able to translate for me after that European final. And bearing in mind, Ondra just won the silver medal and was runner-up to Ramon. But he was very happy to help us out on that occasion. So I was in Chamonix a few weeks ago. Yuka Kobayashi comes out into the arena. Ramon Julien Pibronque just about to as well, but they're going to let Kobayashi go off straight away. 27-year-old, war number 26. 6th in Wuzhang, 8th in Enzai, 6th in Kron, 7th in Gijon, 8th in Hayang. She has been 4th place in 2 World Championships in the past, 2nd in Jining in China in 2010's a best ever finish. Seems in recent times she's always been there or thereabouts. 15th and 14th though so far this season. As I mentioned, 6th in Kron, 8th in Enzai. That 1 silver medal coming in Jining in 2010. And the double world champion is about to get underway. He's just started on his route. We'll see him in a minute as he targets Urban Primazic's 50 moves. Anything past that, and you feel it could be more than enough to get into tomorrow night's final. He's already got another World Cup under his belt. And as well as European Championship as well, after that victory. After that victory in Chamonix a few weeks ago. Did happen for him in Briançon. He missed out there, did the 33-year-old Spaniard, the young Matador. He could be 26th place in Briançon. You can't see it on the caption there, but he did. It's 112th start, Ramon Julien Pibronque in competition. Puts him 4th in the list of climbers with most starts in history, behind Barbara Barker, who's made 3 more this season to make it up to 154. Jenny Levada on now around about 145, I do beg your pardon, instead of 147 that I said earlier. And Mina Markovic is on 116, so he is officially the leading male athlete with starts in climbing history. That includes bouldering as well. Kilian Verschuber only made 107 in his career. 21 World Cups to his name. He also shares that record with Alexander Sherbot of France, who won them titles many, many moons ago. One more World Cup win to his name, and he'll have the all-time record of most ever World Cup victories. That 21. 21's been a magic number.
Am nächsten Tag wird schon wieder trainiert. Auch am 12. extrem stark.
So now Kobayashi on this first difficult section of the route.
Bereits einen 6. Platz beim Weltcup in Cannes 2014 und in China 2014. So, und die zwei, die laufen jetzt ruhig auch mal ein bisschen anfeuern. Lenker, Ramon! Jamba, Yuka!
So Ramon chasing the all-time lead record. 21 he's on right now, World Cup victories. Match with Alexander Sherbot. A win here today puts him on 22, and that will match him with the climbing record of World Cup victories, which is still currently held by Bouldering's Anna Storr. I know she'll have many, many more. She still has plenty of seasons left in there. And now especially as Julianne Vermeer's now left the scene after announcing her retirement a few weeks ago. That record may be extended. Kobayashi becoming a little bit stuck here. This star section of the route, but recovers well. Run 36 moves in now. Ramon 32, 33 moves in. Heading up 35, 36 in. Ramon Julien Blanquet, 50 is what he's chasing at the moment. Feels something in that mid-50s area, or even topping out here, will be what will be needed for a place in tomorrow night's final. As I'm getting covered in chalk from Yuka Kobayashi's bag at the minute. Seems to be snowing all over the commentary desk right now. Here local time. We reckon the semi-final will not be finished until gone 10 o'clock tonight. So he's still got plenty of climbing to enjoy here in this semi-final. This is good patient climbing from both the Japanese athlete and the Spaniard. Now then, the Spanish matador, what can you do here? What magic can you produce here? Ramon, 44 moves in now. Ooh, loses his foot in there for a second, but recovers well. Kobayashi, in the meantime, round about the 45, 46 plus mark, that might be. She spins down off the wall. Ramon comes off as well. Now then. Will that be enough? Will that be enough for both of them? Kobayashi, I wouldn't be too certain myself. May get into second. Ramon, I didn't see where he came off. I was too busy looking at Kobayashi as he came off the wall. I'm just looking up right now. It is around about 44 moves in at least. I think minimum 44. As the next two climbers prepare to come out into the arena. Solom Romain will be one of them, and the other will be Magnus Bidmo, the Norwegian. Let's see where we go with this. Still waiting for both of those climbers' scores to be inputted into the computer. Nothing yet. Indeed, actually, we do have a result for the Spaniard. Ramon Julio B. Blanquet. Oh, now then, 45 plus for Ramon. 4th place. Well, the European champion and World Cup winner Chamonix in big trouble. In big trouble. 4th place, he's got Minoru Nakano, Stefano Gasopi and Urban Primozic ahead of him. Still plenty of climbers still to come out as well. I think Ramon is in massive trouble there. And I think he'll need a bit of a tailwind, in all fairness, to make it through to the top 8. I think he might struggle to make the top 12. So the European champions' work here might be done and dusted on this Friday night. Now then, Magnus Medbo, who will no doubt will be chomping at the bit ahead of 3 weeks' time. He can't wait to climb on home soil, no doubt, in Stavanger. Solom Romain. Kobayashi score has been entered, by the way. 4th place, tied with Delaney Miller on 45. I can't see that being enough either. Just think makes me happy. We can't see it on our pictures yet. If one of our cameras does turn to see one of these cars coming past from the top of the isolation to the bottom, all you see is climbers peering, looking at the wall. They get one quick glance of the route that they might have missed during their observation. It's actually quite funny to see. They're being shuttled from the top end of the sports complex down to behind the wall, and then they come up the stairs from the offices underneath the wall into a little isolation zone right behind the wall to get ready to come out into the arena. Onward what happened around 15-20 minutes ago for Solom Romain and Magnus Medbo. Let's chat about both of these climbers. Solom Romain, the 18-year-old, to number 1 in the World Juniors many moons ago. 9th in Chamonix last year and 9th again this year. 24th in Briançon a couple of weeks ago. And 11th at the World Championships in Gijon. And that's for Magnus Medbo. He's there or thereabouts, isn't he? He always knocks on the door of finals. He's always around the 9, 10, 11, 12 area, and that's seemed to have been his unlucky score for much of 2014 and a little bit of 2015 as well. He was 10th in Hayang last season. He made the finals in Chamonix, he would have come in 7th place, and he made the finals in Inzai, he would have come in 6th. He was also 10th on 3 other occasions last season, and 12th twice in the last 12 months, one of which was in Chamonix a few weeks ago, and the other was in Wujiang. 35 plus and a 33 plus got him in to the semi-final, but he's never bettered a bronze medal finish in World Cup climbing. He's been third on 2 occasions. He is chasing 50. That is the score to beat right now, 50. From Urban Primožić, the Slovenian. We've still got plenty of the big Slovenians still to come yet as well. Skovic still to come out. And in the women, we've got Markovic and then the young talent Gambry. Now then, Midbow, where are you? 35 moves in. Roman, around the same in fact. 35 moves in. Anything over 45 plus has a sniff, you think, in the women's. And I think anything over 47 plus might have a sniff in the men's. Anything over 50, I think you're in. Midbow finds a nice rest period here. Climber seems to collect these 10th place, 11th place finishes of the last 12 months. Got a good climb here from the Norwegian. And he might put that to bed. This is where the area around where Ramon Julien Piblanquet came off. Around 43 now. 44 moves in. 45 and a slip there from Midbow. I reckon that's around the same. That's Ramon Julien Piblanquet, around 45 plus. I'll put him into 4th place. I'll wait for it to be inputted into the computer, but it's round about that mark. Solomon Romain in the meantime getting to around the 42 area, 43 move area. This is the difficult move coming up. Not that one, but this one. The next move here. This is where a lot of the earlier climbers fell. And Solomon Romain joins them. It'll be in the maybe pile. It'll be in the maybe pile. It'll be in right. It's around the. It's very much a Constantina leaderboard between 2nd and 8th place. It's only one move separates them all. Natalia Katsirosin in 2nd was a 45 plus, and a 44 plus is Evgenia Kaspikova in 8th place. So very much a Constantina leaderboard in that area. Only Christine Scrons 48 plus is the only one so far to get past that 45 plus mark, and Christine Scrons might be, I say might be, in a sniff and mick of the final here on home soil. There's still 10 climbers still to come. We'll be getting to that point in very shortly when we get the 19th climbers come out, which will be Tatja Kallen of Slovenia and Stefan Hanssens of Belgium. When they come out, we'll be able to tell you the point of no return, as it were, the target that the climbers will need to surpass to make the final, and who will be in and who won't be. This is the 17th pair. Kata Posch is one of them, and the other is Thomas Johannes of Belgium. Scores being added. I was absolutely spot on. Magnus Midbow did make 45 plus and goes into 4th place. And in the women's competition, still hasn't been updated yet. For Roman, but I think it's going to be around 45. Yuka Kobayashi, beg your pardon, her score's been revised from 45 to 45 plus. She's now in 2nd place, ahead of the Swede Ottilia Katja Rosen. So Yuka Kobayashi now into 2nd place. She was tied with Delaney Miller on 45. She's been granted the positive move as well, making it to 45 plus. She now lies in 2nd place. Currently, I'm still waiting for Solomon Romain's score to be inputted. It hasn't yet. get that to you as soon as it arrives. In the meantime, let's chat about Kata Posch, 20 years of age. Thomas Johannes matched that age as well, 20 years of age as well. Consistent semi-finalist this season in Chamonix and in Briançon. 10th place in Chamonix, 11th in Briançon. Kata Posch, 21st in Chamonix, 12th in Briançon, a little bit better. Kata Posch, who has been 5th on a word 5 occasions. He's never bettered 5th place. She's hit that finishing position on 5 occasions in World Cup. She's only 20 years of age, mind you. And she didn't make the finals here in Imst last year when she came in 15th place. And Thomas Johannes is a much better finish for him than 12 months ago when he went out on the bubble from qualifiers in 2014 into 27th. But no doubt will be doing a lot better here. 10th place in Chamonix was his best ever finish actually in climbing. Better than his 16th place finish of 2012. So 30 moves, 31 moves for Thomas Johannes, who's not wasted much time, to be fair to him, up to this point. As darkness begins to descend here at Imst, and the spotlights are on both these climbers. Kata Posch getting warmly received by the partisan crowd here in Austria. Posch looks like she's negotiated the first hurdle. I do say that, but she does have a good grab there on that volume with her right arm. And she doesn't look at all comfortable, but now it looks a little bit better. Kata Posch 34 moves in. Johannes around about the same, in fact. He's on 32, 33 mark. 60 moves in the men's competition, 56 in the women's. Now Johannes. 35, 36 moves there for the Frenchman. Kata Posch has matched that, but she needs to get round 46 moves here to have a chance at the final. Christine Scrons leads at 48 plus. Then we have a Constantina leaderboard between 2nd and 9th on 45 plus. Solomon Roman's score been added yet? I don't think it has. No, it still hasn't. Thomas Johannes really is very confident here. It's a confident climb from the Frenchman. Now, 44 moves in. 45. Good stuff, this. Very good stuff. Hardly wasted any time on this climb either. Now he's Rana in Primožič territory here. Couldn't get past what Urban got to though. But it will be, I predict, Rana Motor somewhere Stefano Gasolfi got to. 47-ish. Be round about there, round about the 47 mark, and Kata Posch comes off as well in that, what is, I can definitely label now as a drop zone, this 44, 45 plus area. And I think she fell victim there as well. Here we go, this is what we got so far. Urban Primožič leads 50, Stefano Gasolfi 47 plus, waiting for Johannes, who's just come in with the 48, so he now goes into second place. We're not on Nakano, now into fourth. Everybody dropped down one from second place onwards. Midbow into fifth with a 45 plus. Romain Julien Pibronquet, I can say right now, that will not be enough. 45 plus. He'll need a little bit of a minor medical to make the final now. G1 Park 42, Max Rudiger 42, Marcello Bombardi 39 plus, Mikhail Chernikov 38. Kyle Leitner, great to see him over here. He's going to take a lot of experience back to the United States with a 38 as well. Top 10 here, the women's. Christine Scrons 48 plus. I think I'm going to state that. I think that will be enough. I'm going to say that I think that will be enough. Yuka Kobayashi 45 plus. That's a maybe. Otilia Katja Rosen, she's got a hope on a wing and a prayer on a 45 plus. Then Chan Audrey, Delaney Miller, Matthew Becerra, Claudia Kasolfi, Evgenia Kaspikova. I thought early on that would have a sniff 44 plus, but is now dropped into 8th place. Anna Schubert, former World Youth Champion, 39 plus, and Donana Faktatinova, you can say with guarantee, will not be here for tomorrow night's final with a 34, the former European champion. Now then, to the Benelux countries we go to, for Nicky van Bergen and Loïc Timmermans. Netherlands and Belgium coming out to play. Nicky van Bergen, very happy with their climbing in qualifiers this morning. Chatting to John Ellison and I earlier today. Good to see John Ellison here from Climbers Against Cancer. Still supporting the climbing circuit. And a fantastic charity as well. I think he may be here to do a presentation here tomorrow, so we wish him well, as we wish these two climbers well as well. Two young climbers, Nicky van Bergen, the 22-year-old from Amsterdam, Loïc Timmermans, the Belgian, who'll be looking forward to the end of September when we are back in Purs. 10th in Briançon, in fact, is his best ever finish in senior climbing. Suffered towards the back end of last season after treading on a sea urchin in Noumea that damaged his foot, and the Asia Tour out there was one to forget. In fact, he finished in 18th in Wujiang, 24th in Mokpo, 23rd in Inza. He wasn't at his 100% fitness there, but he's come back well this season, and a 10th place finish in Briançon bettered his finish in Atlanta 3 years prior when he was in 14th place. Second at the World Youths last season as well. He's won plenty of golds at junior level. Nicky van Bergen. 6th in Wujiang, 2013 is the best ever finish. Consistent semi-finalist. Has only missed one semi-final in the last 18 months, and guess where that was? It was here in Imst, as you can see. Top at the bottom of your screen, 28th place last year for Nicky van Bergen, but she's put that ghost to bed. Rested her demons there. So both these climbers in search of a place in tomorrow night's final. They'll set the target if they get the highest here for the next 8 climbs to chase. Oh no, not this day for Nicky van Bergen. Very confident coming into this climb, but she's fell at the first hurdle. And much disappointment for the young Dutch climber. Back to the drawing board. Now Loïc. Now then, Loic Tillmans, 50 is the score to beat. 50 moves from Erman Primozic. Then if he passes that, he'll set the target. But I feel if you want to get into this final, you're going to need to where Thomas Johannes got to, around 48. To have a chance. 47 plus is a maybe with Gasolfi. But I think 50, I think will be good enough here for Timmermans, and he's now on move 29-30. Loic, for those who don't know, also a law academic, a law student. Telling me that in Noumea last year when I had a long sit-down interview with him. Fascinating to hear a lot of the climbers have excel in academia, in fact. As I mentioned, Julian Verm now going back to medicine. Adam Ondra and Jakob Schubert, both economic scholars. Tillmans finds a rest point here on this Z-shaped 3 volumes, what they put halfway up the route here. 32-33 moves in. A bit of a concertina here between 6th and 3rd place. 45 plus, 46 plus, 47 plus. That's where some of the more senior climbers got to in the early part. So now then, Tillmans, after that rest point, 37-38, moves in, getting towards the 40 mark, which puts him round about 9th place currently. But he still needs to do a lot more work here if he wants to have a sniff of making his first final. And it won't be on this occasion. And he knows he could have done a lot better. He's disappointed. He knows he's missed out on an opportunity there. He looked comfortable, he looked relaxed. But not on this occasion, Loic. And I think it's going to be around a 9th place currently. And it'll be a top 20 finish for the young Belgian. Now then, these two will have a target to hit. If they don't, I can confirm our first finalists for you. Loic Tillmans with a 41, in fact, into 9th place. He will receive a top 20 finish, but that's not what he would have wanted. Tatja Callan is the lady on the right of your screen. We're just waiting for Stefan Hanssens. It is Tatja Callan. Stefan Hanssens also making it out into the arena as well. This is the permutations for these two climbers. If they surpass the leader, which right now, for the men, is Erman Primozic with that 50. For Tatja Callan, it's Christine Scrons' 48 plus. If they surpass that, they're in the final. If they don't and come off the wall before that, Primozic and Scrons will make tomorrow night's final, regardless of what the rest of the field does in their semi-final. Callan, the 18-year-old, 15th in Krohn last year, 17th in Chamonix, 9th in Briançon, got so near the final. Stefan Hansen's 28 years of age, the one number 66. He did take a bit of a sabbatical from climbing for a few years before coming back this season. This is his first semi-final, in fact, in a long time. 36 plus and a 33 plus is what he achieved in qualifying. And as you can see, 31st place also in Kron last season. The 28-year-old who had a break in his mid-career. Well, I think he had about 6-7 years off, in fact, from climbing in about 2004, 2005. And this is the first time he has actually come to Imst. So it's a maiden ground for the 28-year-old from Belgium. Callan, as I mentioned, 9th in Briançon, 17th in Chamonix. No doubt riding the wave of what Anne Gambray did out in Chamonix, which has lifted the whole Slovenian team. Mina Markovic as well, winning the European crown. Been to Imst a number of times on European Youth Cups. She failed to make the finals, but no doubt, as I mentioned, riding this wave of confidence that's into this whole Slovenian team. That's Ramon, the Slovenian coach, hammers into his troops as he puts a positive effect on all of them. You're a good character, Roman, as well. As my producer just reminds me down my headphones, but I won't mention that. You'll have to ask me if you ever see me. And as I mentioned, please do come to these climbing events as well. We've still got plenty to come. Stavanger in Norway, go on their website as well, on the IFSC website, to find out how to get tickets for that event in Stavanger. There's also some other events happening as a band on, and I think Alex Migos is doing a lecture also during that weekend in Stavanger. Also, ARCO, the World Youth Championships, please do come along to that one as well. Support the future of climbing. As well as in Munich at the Olympic Stadium. We raised the roof last year in that World Bouldering Championship, and let's finish the boulder season with a bang at the Olympic Stadium in a few weeks' time, in a fortnight in fact. Pers in Belgium, I know Stefan Hansen will want to see you there. Caught our cameraman off guard there a little. In Pers at the end of September, and also if you're in Austria or Switzerland or a couple of hours away in Italy, come here to Imst here tomorrow night to watch this IFSC World Cup final. In this fantastic venue. It's a natural amphitheatre that they have here. It's on the side of a hill, so people sit down, they bring picnics, they bring a few cases of beer, and everybody has a wild time here in Imst. It's a great venue. And as I mentioned at the start of the show, a jewel in the crown in the climbing calendar. So Callan around about the 35 move mark. 33, 34 moves in for Stefan Hansen's. Around the 35 mark for him as well. Still got plenty of work to do. Now this is the difficult bit for the Slovenian. This is a true red area on this route. 48 plus is what she needs to beat. She passes that, she's in the final. Hansen needs to pass 50 and he's in the final. He's about, I reckon, 9 moves away from that at the moment. Let's keep your eye on Callan for a second now, on the left of your screen. This is the difficult move that many climbers have fallen so far. Callan, can she stay? She can. Just. Now then, 48 plus is what she needs. 46, I make that. Now she's got to go right. So that yellow volume in the top right of that half, that'll be 47. Got to clip in first though. She hasn't clipped in yet though. Hansen's in the meantime. I don't think it's far enough. It won't be the mid-40s range. I'll get that score to you when I get it. Let's keep it on Callan now. That's 40. 47. Next move's 48. That might be 47 plus. That might put into second. And I think she becomes the target. I think Christine Scrons is in. Unless she's matching with 48 plus and my sheet in front of me is incorrect. I got down as 47 plus. I'll wait for our judges to confirm it. But if that is the case, Christine Scrons, the Austrian, will be in tomorrow night's final. Stefan Hansen's is now moved to third place. It wasn't mid-40s, it was high upper 40s. In fact, 47 plus matches Stefano Gasolfi. He is now into third place. Urban Primozic is in the final tomorrow night with 50. So now we target second place. Thomas Johannes, 48. If nobody betters that, this next climber, which will be Francesco Vetterata, if he doesn't, Thomas Johannes, the young Frenchman, is in tomorrow night's final. Risa Otter, still waiting for this score to come in, and it is Tassia Callan's 47 plus, as I rightly predicted. She's now into second place, and that's the target for Otter. 47 plus. If she doesn't get to 47 plus, Tassia Callan will be in tomorrow night's final. Getting towards the business end. Fascinating stuff here in Imst. Vetterata, the 23-year-old from Italy. Second at the Rockmaster in 2014. Plenty of semi-final finishes in the last 12 months though. Didn't do too well in Chamonix when he came in 37th place, 24th in Briançon, as you can see. Risa Otter 5th in Briançon, 11th in Chamonix. For the 22-year-old Japanese, who was 6th here in Imst actually 12 months ago. She's made the final here before, as you can see. Vetterata, a consistent semi-finalist here in the past. He's got a lot of work to do though, to get to 48 of Thomas Johannes. There's the next two, waiting, just limbering up. Kim Shahin, who has not a good record here in Imst. She's never won here before, which is surprising to hear for a climber of her talents. Yes, Kim Shahin. I mentioned earlier about Ramon Julien Piedmont's World Cup record. Around about 21, I think he has. I think Kim Shahin's actually surpassed that. I think she might be level with Anna Storm, about 23 in fact. Completely forgot about the talent of South Korea. She's had that surgery on that left knee that's been troubling her as well. We'll chat about Kim Jong when she comes out though shortly. Let's keep an eye on these two. That's flashbulbs from our cameraman. Oh, Veterata. Not too good for the Italian. But bad news for him, good news for Thomas Johannes, who is through to tomorrow night's final. Veterata did come off rather early there. I think he'll be very disappointed with that effort. I think that will be round about where Bernard Roca came off. 28 area. Not too good for the Italian, who wipes away the rope in disgust. Risa Ota. She is chasing Dacia Callens, 47 plus. She is now in the 27-28 area. Now this is where plenty of the climbers earlier fell foul. This is a massive hurdle to get round this. To use a horse racing analogy, this is like Beecher's Brook in the British Grand National. It's a big obstacle to get over, but as soon as you get over it, it's rather calm sailing until the 44 move mark. Well, a couple of big obstacles await. Only two climbers, I beg your pardon, have come off the wall in between 28 plus and 44 plus of the 19 climbers who've gone out so far. So let me put that into perspective again, actually. So 13 climbers are better 28 plus, only two of them have come off the wall between 28 and 44 plus. So it is calm sailing, you could say, on paper, for the next 16 moves for Risa Ota, once she finds the right rest points. So 11 climbers have reached this point with ease. It's until they get to the 44th move where things become rather tricky. Ota having a good rest here as well. There's another athlete's chalk on her back. It lands on my clothes and my hair and everything else. I'm pretty sure our production team's plonked me here for that specific purpose. Plenty of cheers from the Japanese team. 40 moves in. Risa Ota now. This is 41 coming up. That small crimp hold. That's the 41st move. There it is. Two holds on the right-hand side of that triangular volume. That's move 42. And now back across. 43rd move done. That's move 44. Now this is the one. 45th move. 44 to 45. This is where 1, 2, 3, 5 climbers have fallen on this move. May that climb to 6. Risa Ota will go to 7th place. So that means Dacia Kalin of Slovenia is through to tomorrow night's final. 47 plus, she's in. Now then, I did mention Yuka Kobayashi, 45 plus, is a good maybe. I think she's more a little 50-50 now to make it into tomorrow night's final. 6 climbs to go. Kim Jae-in, as I've mentioned, doesn't have a good record here. She's never won in Imst, and it seems that the clock has been her biggest opponent here. She tends to get timed out here a lot. Sebastian Helenka on the right of your screen. That hair, you recognise a mile off. A man full of confidence. After that third place finish at the European Championships, and he was within a sniff of winning that. Dominik Skofic, who commentated with me on that final, he said he should have won it, in fact. He's limbering up like Muhammad Ali in the Rumble in the Jungle at the minute. And Kim Jae-in, the customary bow to the crowd. She starts again the way, chatting to Kim earlier today about travelling on the road, spending a lot of time away from her home in South Korea, how difficult it is for her to train in between World Cups. You know, a lot of the League World Cups take place here in Europe, very few out in Asia. And how difficult is it for her to train, and even though she does enjoy the food in these parts, she did say, she just misses her family and friends and partners, etc. But I'll give you what she needs, 45 plus. So if she makes that difficult move that many climbers have come unstuck, she will be in tomorrow night's final. That's all she needs to do to make that move to 45 plus. Sebastian Halenka needs to better 47 plus from Stefan Hanssens, the Belgian. If he betters 47 plus, he's in tomorrow night's final. If not, Stefan Hanssens will be. What a story that will be. There's really a chill that has come into the valley here in Imst now. From the gorgeous sunshine we had here, nearly 3 hours ago when we started the programme. It was about 27, 28 degrees, and I had a parasol up to protect all of my equipment. Darkness has descended, and there's plenty of people wearing down jackets in the crowd. Right in the valley of the Alps here in Austria. So then Sebastian Halenka, who has been riding this wave of confidence in recent time, when he picked up that bronze medal in Chamonix, a former World Youth Champion of 2012, third at the European Championships in Chamonix, when he really did have a sniff of winning that. He did everything right in that final, just lost his concentration a little, but I look back on that with a lot of confidence. Had a little bit of a cold, he said to me earlier today in Briançon. So that's why he finished in 12th place. But he said he's 100% fit now, ready to tackle this climb here in Imst. He was here last year, didn't finish in the top 8 though, and went out on the bubble, in fact, in that semi-final in 9th place. He's got some big names to come in the men's final. We've still got Schubert to come, De Grange, Andres, Skofic, Gautier Super, who topped out on both routes in the qualifiers. And in the women, Anna Zheniko next, Mina Markovic, Janja Gambray, Jessie Pills, Anneke Verhoeven to come. Now Kim Jae-in, you can guarantee here will use up every second of her time allowed here. She got timed out on one of the routes in qualifying earlier today, where she reached a 46. Topped out on the other route though. And something that's cost her here in the past here in Imst has been her time management. Halenka wasting no time. He's up to the 33rd move at the minute. He needs to get to 47. Well, 48 moves will be good enough. 47 plus will be also good enough. Kim Jae-in also, I think, needs that number, no, 45 plus to do, beg your pardon, is what she needs. She's a little bit away from that yet. She's got to get around this first obstacle. Kim Jae-in is having a second look at this one. Not too happy with her first methodology. She'll have another go at that one. Helenke really motoring here. Obviously been into the Adam Ondra school of climbing, waste no time, just get on with it. Some strength from Kemjay in there, look at perch on our 30th move. Upper body strength, using the rest period well to tackle the next 10 moves. Now 12 climbers from here have been fine. When it gets to this bit, it's around the 45th move. That is the crunch. Helenke. Seeing where he is right now. He's round about move 40, 41. He needs to get another 6. 7 moves to guarantee his place in tomorrow night's final. Helenke 45. Moves now, then here we go. He's off and running. He's off to the races. He's in. He's in, but how late does he want to go out? Could be quite late the way he's going. It's good enough. He doesn't know it yet. It is good enough. I think I'll put him to second place ahead of Thomas Johannes. Now then, Kim Jae-in in the meantime. He's getting a thumbs up. He's getting a thumbs up from the, I think, one of his coaching staff. So he's relief there from Sebastian Helenke. See if we can try and grab him for a chat in a minute, actually, as he takes off his rope. I'll keep on Kim Jae-in first of all, though. Here we go. Oh, now then. Now then. That might not be good enough. That might not be good enough. Bounds in the crowd. I don't think it is. I think that's 7th place. I think that'll be 44 plus. What an upset we could have here. Yuki Kobayashi, the Japanese athlete, she'll be grinning ear to ear right now. She's in. But I don't think Kim Jae-in will be. Her little curse against Imst continues. Indeed, I'm absolutely right. 44 plus into 7th place. Kim Jae-in now has to wait on a wing and a prayer, and even then, she'll be keeping everything crossed. I don't think it'll be good enough. This is where we stand right now. Helenke is in, 50 plus. Primozic is in with the 50. Johannes is in with the 48. Stefan Hansen has to wait for the next 5 climbers. And there's some big climbers to come. 47 plus. Gasolfi, 47 plus. Nakano, 46 plus. Midbo, 45 plus. Julien P. Blanquet, 45 plus. Not good enough for the double world champion. He will miss out as well. Top of the women. Krohns is in. Callan is in. Kobayashi is in. Kasia Rosen, the young Swede, could get in now as well. 45 plus. That could be good enough. Not many climbers are enjoying that 45th move at all. Julia Janodry, 45 plus. Delaney Miller may think she might be in with a chance as well. 45 plus. Kim Jae-in, 44 plus. With the climbers still to come, she needs a minor miracle. Jakob Schubert gets a warm reception, as is Alain Geneco of France. Geneco wasting no time getting on with it. Jakob just hanging back. Just look at the whole route in detail. Now he's away. 47 plus for Jakob Schubert's what he's chasing. And then Jeniko is chasing 45 plus to dump onto Cassia Rosen down another rung of the ladder.
Muss es richtig laut werden. Da müssen wir richtig motivieren hier beim Halbfinale in Imst.
Jakob third in Briançon, sixth in Chamonix at the Europeans, fifth in Cron at the end of last year. Ellen Jeniko, decent record here in Imst.
Bereits ein 5. Platz bei der Europameisterschaft in Chamonix.
Well, as Jakob and Ellen are just scaling the sport right now, I'm going to have a little chat with Sebastian Hellenke, who's alongside me. Seb, congratulations, you're into the models final.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I'm really satisfied to be in finals again finally, and yeah, it's just awesome that my go was going good. Actually, from the beginning I didn't feel that good. It was kind of slippery and I felt a little bit sketchy. But then up there on top, actually even when I fell, I still had a little bit of steam, I would say. I just slipped while extending, so I'm satisfied. I mean, I didn't waste too much energy today, so I still got a lot of more to give tomorrow.
Just explain to everybody the route in detail. How difficult is this men's semi-final route?
Oh, it's really hard to grade a competition route, actually. I mean, what's difficult to say? Maybe, I think it's for sure a solid 8C, I would say, all in all. Well, it starts like a little bit awkward, but not too hard. And then the little bit steeper section, like after the slab going to the roof, it's a bit harder than it looks like. It's pretty uncomfortable. And now already like the holes are kind of slippery, so the slopers feel a bit sketchy. And then you have got a few rests just before the roof, and then the roof is actually a bit easier than I expected, but then going out of the roof is kind of difficult, and there it starts getting pretty hard to the top again.
Let's chat about you or what you've achieved over the last few weeks. You know, end of last year, you were suffering from that illness out in Asia that basically called it a day for climbing in 2014.
Oh yeah.
And then Chamonix, what was the difference of the last 6 months? Where does this change in form come from? You were a whisker away from winning that European title.
Well, yeah, actually in Chamonix when I fell, I was not even really pumped. I just slipped, my right hand slipped, and then I lost the control and I fell. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm much stronger than last year. I mean, I've trained extremely much last year, this year as well for sure. But this year I took also some time a little bit more to rest and to recover and to relax, and I think it's mainly a matter of experience and also of confidence for sure. Now I know that I'm able to do it and I've got more experience, and yeah, that's the way it's going better.
That's a major thing, that the experience is what you talked about there, and confidence as well. Third place in Chamonix, get on the podium for the first time in a senior event, and now all of a sudden it's like the wind's in your sails once more.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it was definitely for sure quite not expected for many other people. But for me, I know I'm pretty much a final climber. And when I'm climbing in finals,
so just very quickly, Ellen Jeniko, she's made that move. That is 45. I think she'll get the plus as well until she moves on to the next one. I think she's now in tomorrow's final. So this young Swede will have to wait until the next climb to see if she surpasses Ellen Jeniko is in. Sorry, Seb, you were saying?
No problem at all.
You were saying, check out your confidence from the podium in Chamonix.
Yeah, for sure. Well, after Chamonix, of course, my confidence has risen a lot. I mean, this was a very important experience for me because now I finally know I am able to do it. And yeah, this is just, for me as a climber, really important. And yeah, I'm just climbing very different now. I can go into qualifications a lot more relaxed, even in semi-finals. And then when I'm in finals, I know I can just give everything out. I've got nothing to lose.
I must be now looking forward to what's to come here tomorrow night. You know, it's a nice little difference from like Chamonix. You have the semi-finals in the morning, finals in the evening. You're not got 24 hours rest. What are you going to do with your time off?
Oh well, I will just try to recover tomorrow. I will do a pretty relaxed day, trying to get to bed not too late if it's possible today. And yeah, tomorrow maybe having a little walk, just taking everything really easy and relaxed. And yeah, after that, just collect all my power for finals and give everything I've got to give.
Well, Seb, we look forward to seeing you in tomorrow night's final. Best of luck.
Thanks.
Enjoy your 24 hours rest.
I'm looking forward to climb tomorrow.
See you. Cheers, buddy.
See you.
So then, Jakob Schubert, in the meantime, let's see how far he goes. 47 plus is what he needs to get past Thomas Johannes. Stefan Johannes, I beg your pardon. Stefan Hansen's. Oh, even I'm getting confused. Stefan Hansen's 47 plus is what he needs to get to. He's around about 42. 42, that puts him around 9th place currently. Again, this mid-40s mark has been scuppering both the men and the women. It's a bit of a concertina between 48 and 45 plus on this scoreboard. And Jakob doesn't want to fall into the bear trap here. Here he goes. Here he goes. Might be enough here. If he reaches this one, it will be. Ooh, yes. 48, I made that. And now he's in Seb Helenke territory. So then, Jakob, how long do you want to stay in isolation for tomorrow night? No top so far in this semi-final from either the men or the women. Can the 2012 world champion get there? He can't, but he's definitely got the lead. Jakob Schubert will lead. And you'll see him tomorrow night here in Imst. Handshake from Seb Helenke. Jakob Schubert's just going to collect his stuff. His work for the night is done. He'll rest all day tomorrow, early night. But Jakob, he only lives, what, half an hour away from here in Innsbruck, but I'm not sure if he's staying here locally. So then, 4 climbers left to go. Whilst I'll chat with Seb, Elena Zheniko, 48 plus is good enough. She now leads this competition. Mina Markovic just coming out. 4 climbers left to go each. Romain de Grange also coming out. The equation is still the same. 45 plus for Mina Markovic is what she needs. I'll just say that very quietly because she's only a few feet away from me. 45 plus is what she needs to get into the final. And Romain de Grange needs 47 plus. Stefan Hansen's 47 plus. Jakob Schubert leads the semi-final with 51 plus.
Ja, bei Mina Markovic kann man es an sich ein bisschen kurz machen. Wenn Shine Kim nicht gewonnen hat, dann hat sie es getan.
Markovic, winner of the European Championship, her first major title, but she's won plenty of World Cups in the past, including that one that came along with Chamonix. Double your money there it was. 8th in Briançon, made the final there, win it in Cron as well. And she'll have a big leap on the overall here if she can make the final. Diane Kim, who's, I'm pretty sure, not going to make it. In fact, if All Markovic needs to do is get to 44 plus to pass Kim, but I think it's 45 plus what she needs to get to make the final, and I think she's odds on to do that. Romain de Grange, the 32-year-old. One gold you can see on that caption, that was a European title in 2013. He's never won a World Cup, and a man who makes finals for fun, it seems. Made every final in the last 18 months. Since 2014, he has made every final. The law of averages says he has to win one, surely. $39 plus in the top from the European champion 2 years prior. Award number 4. Markovic, winner in Imst in the past. Got a good record here, in fact, making the podium 2 of the last 3 years. And de Grange has made the final in Imst as well, every time since 2012. So Markovic getting around this first obstacle. And Markovic has made every final as well, along with de Grange the last 18 months. Markovic has never missed a final. I think you've got to go back a number of years. The last time Mina Markovic missed a final. Yang Kim did miss one in Wujiang last year when she was, I think, along the graveyard of the seeds. That was that day. Graveyard of champions. When in the men's and women's competition, all the champions came off the wall. And I don't mean late in the day, I mean after about 10 moves, it seemed. Markovic picked up the pieces that day to win. That was the last time Yang Kim missed out in a final. She's made everyone since in the last 18 months. Markovic hasn't missed a final in the last 18 months, winning 4 of them. And she's won 4 of the last 6 climbing events. And the other 2 have been won by Yang Kim, interestingly enough. Now de Grange. He's getting to the through section. This is Markovic. She will have her problem to come. De Grange. Now then, here we go. 47 plus is what he needs. I got that as 45, 46. I think that's 47. 48, 49. Coming along now. I think he's in. The Frenchman's in for tomorrow night's final. And the Belgian Hansens, that's a hope and a wing and a prayer. Now, how late does de Grange want to go out tomorrow night? 51 plus to bet Jakob Schubert. So then, this is Markovic's major obstacle coming up. 42nd move done. Now 43 and 44 coming. This is the move that got Yang Kim stuck. Markovic is too good though. 45 done. She's in tomorrow night's final. 48 plus is still the lead in the women's competition. Ellen Zheniko has it, but I think Markovic is going to surpass it. De Grange comes off, he's done more than enough to get into tomorrow night's final. Markovic wants to go out late by the looks of things. De Grange's not too happy, but he is in tomorrow night's final. Markovic, can she top out here though? 49 moves done. That's 50. Markovic looking to give this crowd something to cheer. They've been hardcore here since 6:30 this evening. They've been here for a good 3 hours. And Markovic is coming off the wall. She's done more enough. Now, interestingly enough, I'm just looking across the way into, as Mina loses a shoe, but she's okay. Just looking at the way, one of our judges has just gone off to Romain de Grange and spotted something, and he's just told him what it is. Now, his score hasn't been inputted yet. I'm going to keep an eye on that, just in case. But Mina's happy as she loses a shoe. She has the lead in this semi-final. Don't look too happy about it, though. Mina's in the final. She just shouted to me. She thought she should have got the top. But 55 plus for Mina Markovic, 7 clear of Ellen Zheniko in second place. Now de Grange. Now we're just seeing what currently in the computer is down as 51. The judges has come over. Now he might be brought back a couple of moves here. We'll wait to see if that gets changed. If it does, you'll be the first to know. 51. I'm just seeing. I think it's our head judge. In fact, maybe you think he's going downstairs. In fact, to our video area where the judges have all their cameras, just to double check, see if that's the case. Jan Kim, by the way, goodbye. It's 44 plus, 9th place. Not a chance in hell that she will make tomorrow's final. Still, Ottila Katja-Rosen is the one on the bubble right now. She needs to keep everything crossed as this young star takes to the wall. Janja Gambre, who stunned the climbing world in Chamonix a few weeks ago. What the 16-year-old did there, a star was born. And then, look at the number on his back, 007, License to Thrill. Adam Ondra's here. The Wizard. The Wizard of Climbing, 9-time World Cup winner, a world champion in lead, a world champion in bouldering. Which one will he defend next year? That's the big mystery. I bet you bottom dollar will be lead though. Still the same target for him currently. This is only provisional. Currently, 47 plus Stefan Hansen's is the target of Adam Ondra. If he passes it, he's in the final. 51 plus Jakob Schubert is the lead. Gambre, 55 plus, she's chasing for the lead. To get in the final, it's 45 plus Ottila Katja-Rosen of Sweden. What hasn't been said by Adam Ondra? What have I called him? The immortal, the history maker, the wizard. Some say the greatest. I'll leave that debate to better scholars than me. But what he achieved in 2014 and that late spell in the late summer of 2014, I don't think will ever be surpassed. To win the World Championship in 2 different disciplines, Just stunning, absolutely stunning. Second at the European Champs in lead. He was also second at the European Champs in bouldering as well in Innsbruck earlier this year. Quiet so far this season. The second in Chamonix and the 7th in Briançon as well. Gambray, 16 years of age. I'm still amazed she's only 16. She climbed like a seasoned veteran in Chamonix, which she comes second place at European Champs. Did not go to Briançon, interestingly enough. She's a European Youth Champion in lead and bouldering, and a World Youth Champion. And she likes Imst a lot, doesn't she? She won here early this year in the European Youth Cup. Adam Ondras, of course, is the defending champion here in Imst. So our route setters here will be getting the final routes ready. They'll probably do that actually tomorrow afternoon because they've got plenty of time to do that. They won't be working through the night. Now then, Andre, 47 plus is what he is targeting. We've lost one world champion here. In fact, we've lost two. Ramon Julien Pibon here. He won't qualify either. Hopefully third time won't be a charm here. Andre looking strong currently. Now in the 41, 42, 43, 44 area. 45 moves done. Now to 46, 47 is what he needs. He's in. Andre 48 moves down. He's in tomorrow night's final. And what maybe looking to entertain the crowd here, being a bit of a look at his flexibility on him. Oh, caught up a little. He's okay. He looks disappointed, but he's in the final. As he nearly lands on the MC. Doesn't know it yet, but he's in. Yeah, he's getting a thumbs up from one of his coaching staff. Garbray's in. She's got past that awkward area, and now she looks in to follow Mina Markovic up the wall. And the young Swede must be gritting her teeth right now. Gambray, European Youth Champion in lead and boulder, World Youth Champion 2014. Dominic Scoville said to me 3 weeks ago, this girl has talent in abundance. She's the future of lead climbing, he told me. And look at her go. Look at her go. She is... Words can't describe how good this girl is. Oh! 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 How good is she? How good? 16 years of age. 16. Top. Yannick Gambray. 3 tops for her here at Imst. Top both the qualifiers. And topped out here in the semi-finals. You'll see her late tomorrow night. Too good. Just too good. Spotting me in the background there, as someone to see. Yanni Gambray, though, superb. Absolutely superb. She now leads this competition here at Imst. Big smile as well from the Slovenian. Very happy with her performance here. Congratulations from Mina Markovic and Adam Ondra. She's special, that kid. Very special indeed. 2 climbs to go. And it's still the Belgian and the Swede who sit on the bubble. As we wait for Jesse Pills to come out, and also Domin Skofic, climbers 25 apiece. And the equation is still the same. The top 6 you see in this stream are through. Andres through, 51 plus. Jakob Schubert through, 51 plus. Romain de Grange, 51. Seb Helenka, 50. Urban Primozic, 50. Thomas Johannes, 48. They're in, guaranteed. Stefan Hansen is keeping everything crossed that Domin Skofic doesn't get to 47 plus. And Jessie Pills, who just comes into the arena as well, her target is still Katja Rosen's 45 plus. She's in 7th place. As just seen Janja Gambre topping out, hasn't reached that computer yet. She leads this competition here in Imst. Jessie Pills, top in qualifier as well. Domin Skofic, whose season's a little bit checkered at the start of the season. He was a bit disappointed in Chamonix with 9th place, but I did enjoy his company in the commentary booth. Quite enlightening it was as well. Skofic, 9th place in Chamonix, 9th in Briançon, a 41 plus and a top as well. 3rd on 2 occasions last season. 2nd in Mokpo, his best ever finish when he was the runner-up in South Korea in the pouring wind and rain. Jessie Pills, we talked about one star just leaving in Janja Gambre. Here's another one, Jessie Pills, 18 years of age, 3rd in Imst in 2014 here, 2nd in Briançon a couple of weeks ago, 3rd at the World Europeans in Chamonix as well. You can see Pills and Gambre going toe-to-toe over the next decade or so, can't you? And the final climber to come out may have a say in that as well. Nanneke Verhoeven in women's climbing. Jan Kim and Mina Markovic, both of them 26 years of age each. Seasoned veterans that they are, but they've got some good competition coming through the ranks. You can say that for definite. Skofic. Missed out in Briançon last year and didn't make the final there. And second time also this year as well. He's 47 plus he needs to get. Stefan Hansen's of Belgium, qualified in 8th place. May not be good enough for him. But bearing in mind, he had a little bit of a break from climbing. He was 38th in Chamonix and 43rd in Briançon, Hansen's, and he's come here, he's probably going to get a top 10 finish. It's not bad work, to be fair, not bad work. Skofic, 30, moves down. As Jessie Pills just gets this awkward first section. That's a lot of the earlier climbers came off the wall. That was a hurdle that many of the earlier lot failed to cross. And then, as soon as Jessie gets past this awkward section, it's more or less clean sailing until the 44th move. 44, 45. And that's what she needs to get to, 45 plus, and she's in tomorrow's final. But you feel she may have something else in her arsenal here. I may tell Janja Gambre, who's probably sitting with the Slovenian team right now, I'm going to go toe to toe with you here. And then that'll be interesting because both of them will go out late tomorrow and they'll be against the clock as well as against each other. Skofic, 21 years of age. A very lax pose in that photo as well, isn't it? Like a young football manager in that photo. 21 years of age. 999, as you can see, that's the That's not an emergency for Dom and Skolfic at the moment. Still plenty of time for him here on this climb. Won many of those gold medals at junior level. He won a silver medal last year though out in Mokpo. And Jesse Coles from this little start section of the route setters have put in. She's about 8 moves away before getting to that 44-45 area. Skolfic is around about the late 30s here. We just look at my sheet. I think he's around about 39, 40, 41. So he's got another 6 moves before he gets into the final. Good record in Imst. He's won here as a European youth, as Dom Skolfic. Second at the European Youth Champs here 2 years ago, and he made the final here last year. Jesse also made the final here last year as well. He's going 3rd place and won the European Youth here 2 years ago. Just getting up to what, 5 to 10 here local time. So as I did mention, it's been a long semi-final this one. They're bringing them out in pairs, which has been good for the audience, in fact. Seeing plenty of action. It's been good for the viewers at home, I think. This might be the future of semi-final competition and not just holding them back. Make them go out in pairs, which I think is quite sensible, all they've done here in Imst. You do tend to get some semi-finals that finish 4 climbs ahead of the other, the male and female semi-finals, so fair play to Imst. Now then, Skolfic and Pills at this section. Skolfic is there. He's there, and Hansen's has to start praying, I think, for Gautier Super to depart the world. Bearing in mind he won in Briançon 2 weeks ago. Pills is also good. She's made that 45th move, and now she's looking for something even better. Now they're Dom and Skolfic. 51 plus Adam Andre, 51 plus Jakob Schubert, that's what he's getting to. Jessie Pills, there'll be a big roar if she gets to the top here. Oh, no doubt. We'll lay the marker down to Janja Gambrin to say, if you can top out, so can I. We'll go toe for toe, punch for punch, young lady. Skolfic, the same area that Schubert and Andre got to. Oh, he's hanging on by his fingertips, he's hanging on! And comes off, he's done enough though, more than enough. And Jessie Pills comes off the wall now, not on top for her, but more than enough done as well, and she'll go to around 3rd place. We'll see her in tomorrow night's final, as we will see Dom and Skolfic too. One climber still to come out. For both the men and the women. Skolfic was a 51. He goes into 3rd place. Romain de Grand's 51. It looks like that judge's score, that little conversation he had. In fact, that judge has just returned, in fact, and he might be re-inputting that in. We're not sure. I'll keep abreast of that if that does change. Skolfic is in 3rd place. De Grand at the moment is in 4th. Helenka is in 5th. Primozic is in 6th. Thomas Johannes of France is in 7th. This is how we look in the women. The top 7 there are in. Gambrin topping out in. Jessie Pills 55 plus is in. Mina Markovic is in. Ellen Jenikovic in. Christine Skroen is in. 2 Austrians in. Good day for them. Tassia Callan, Slovenia, look at them, 3 of them in there. Oh, Ramon will be partying later. 47 plus. Yuka Kobayashi, 45 plus. For Yuka, she's in. It's the young Swede who's on the bubble right now, and the only person who can stop her is the young Belgian, Anneke Verhoeven. She's starting without Gautier Super, who's, I'm guessing, still in isolation at the moment, and Anik does a customary little moment. Super is here, he is just coming out now. So France climbing, France can breathe a sigh of relief. There's nothing major happening, but still keeping an eye out on that Romain de Grange score. So Anik Verhoeven and Gautier Super, the score they need to beat is 47 plus Stefan Hansen's, and also Ottier Katja Rosen's 45 plus. There is something going on with Romain de Grange. Something happened in his climb. The judges are reviewing right now. They are still reviewing it. Our chief judge and jury president are downstairs underneath the wall here in the video room next to where our producers are. They're reviewing Romain de Grange's climb. They may have spotted something in that climb that might change his score. So the men's final 8 won't be confirmed maybe till after we have the broadcast finished here in Imst. So keep an eye on the IFSC website for that. Anik Verhoeven in the meantime. Keep an eye on Gautier Super, who's just lost one of the cameras. Verhoeven, again, a climber who seems to be thereabouts, doesn't she? She's been knocking the door for a long time. 3rd in Briançon, 4th in Chamonix, 4th of the Europeans. Devastated in Gijon. She thought she could have won that world title. She just slipped off on one of the holds there. And I mentioned to her at the time that she was only 17, 18. And she was quite visibly upset. And I said, you're 18 years of age, you will have another 5-6 goes at least to win this world title. You see Gautier Super as well, 47 plus is what he's chasing. 45 plus what Anik Verhoeven's chasing. She tops out, she matches Yanni Gambray toe for toe, punch for punch. But for her last 3 climbs, Gambray will have a big advantage going into the one-night final, going out last. And Anik Verhoeven has something to say about it. Gautier Super, let's pay tribute to him actually, because 1 World Cup now to his name. Last year, 8 was his unlucky number. 8th in Gijon, 8th in Mokpo, 8th in Wuzhang, 8th in Inzai, 8th in Kron. And then finally it happened. Winning in Briançon on home soil 2 weeks ago. It's maiden World Cup victory. It's a climber that has shown quality in the past. And we're just seeing, judges have come back up the stairs for this Romain de Grange score. It might be getting changed. I'm just maybe just waiting to see it getting confirmed. When it happens, we'll be able to tell you. And we believe it's something to do with a possible foot on a bolt. That's what they spotted. Only possible. They are reviewing the footage, and we'll let them take as long as they need to do that. Make sure they made the right call. Anik Verhoeven's got past the first area of the route. That's a little bit difficult. She's done fine there. She's got to get to 45 plus to knock out the young Swede. Gautier Super around about the late 40s mark, early 40s mark. Katja Super and Annick Verhoeven now getting towards the business end of this semi-final. And it looks like Zuber is going to knock out Hanssens here, and he has done. Gauthier Zuber is in the final. Heartbreak for the Belgian, who had to wait for so long. And he's not going to be there. And Annick Verhoeven, I think, has done enough as well to knock out the young Swede. 18 years of age. Heartbreak. It really is heartbreaking for Ottilia Katja Rosen, who climbed exceptionally well. But big experience and a big pat on the back to both those climbers, who I think have got their best ever finishes in league climbing. So even though it's only 9th place, top 10 finish is still quality in this field. Now Annick Verhoeven needs a top to match Garnbret. Zuper. Around about the same mark as Adam Ondra and Jakob Schubert, in fact. Confirm that shortly. Annick Verhoeven. Can she match Garnbret? She's all at the same area now as Mina Markovic and Jessie Pills. One more move to go. Here she comes. Nope. One move short. So the Annick Verhoeven will be in tomorrow night's final. She'll go out second to last. Done more than enough. She is in.
So, that's it. Our first day of the Climbing World Cup hier in Imst is over. Das war's mit dem ersten Tag beim Kletterweltcup in Imst. Morgen geht es weiter um 19 Uhr mit der Präsentation der Finalistinnen und Finalisten. Tomorrow, 7 p.m.
So then here we go. We're done and dusted. However, the Romain de Grange issue is still ongoing. They haven't made a decision on that yet. So keep an eye on the IFSC website. This is the top of the men as it stands right now. Super is in, Ondra is in, Schubert is in, Skofic is in, Helenker is in, Primožič is in, Johannes is in. Romain de Grange is unconfirmed. He's only a maybe at the minute. They're waiting on a judge's decision here that is still ongoing. Downstairs, they really are taking their time on that one. If it's taken back, that score lowered under 47. If it's 47 plus, Romain de Grange is in. If it's under 47, he won't be. Stefan Hanssens will be in. Bad news for Stefano Gisolfi, he definitely won't be there. So Stefan Hanssens has to still wait to find out if he's in tomorrow's final or not. The 8 women that will be, this is confirmed. Janja Garnbret, top, here in Imst. Jessie Pilch, 55 plus. Annick Verhoeven, 55 plus. Those two tied in second place. Them two will be against the clock as they count back as well to go. Keep an eye on that for you. Mina Markovic, 4th place, 55 plus. Ellen Zheniko, 48 plus. Christine Skrons, 48 plus. Tatsuya Kallen, 47 plus. Yuka Kobayashi of Japan makes up that 8. Ottilia Katja Rosen, I know she's watching this back. Smile, because you've done amazing here in Imst. It's a 9th place finish. You don't make the final, but it's your best ever finish, and it's building blocks for what's to come. And what is to come? It's a final here in Imst tomorrow night. 7:30 here, Central European time. I hope you do get to join me and whoever is sat next to me in the chair. I'll grab a commentator who will help me through the sights and sounds here in Imst. And no doubt it'll be a fascinating final, and I do hope you can join me and the whole team here in the Eastern Realm tomorrow evening. Thank you very much for joining us here in Imst. Good night from Austria, from me, Johnny Bryan. Bye for now.